Bring him from the yard. Rock the place. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one, the only Rum Boys Fantasy Network. I am your host, as always. It's your boy, Rum Boys Robbie, aka the Admiral. Greatly appreciate all of you guys for tuning in tonight. We are live over on our YouTube page. Make sure that you subscribe, you spike that like, comment, dive off in the chat, drop those hot takes. We're going to have an action-packed show for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be absolutely fucking bananas.
Yeah.
We are also live over on sportscaster.com. Be sure to download the Sportscaster app on all on all Apple iOS devices. And as well, rumboys.com. Check us out over on rumboys.com. All of our writing staff and all of our awesome merch, as you see right here. Without further ado, we need to dive in and introduce tonight's panel. Over to my left, well, right on your screen, representing Clock Management Fantasy Football Podcast. He's dressed as a pirate tonight. Justin Mitty.
What up? I told you guys I'm committed to the cause. I got my pirate fit. I'm ready to jump ship and get this ship sailing.
I thought he was going to say from the Fantasy Football Pirate. I thought he was going to say podcast.
Oh my gosh, right? Oh, hey. I like the Jimmo the Icon shirt. Jimmo will be joining us later tonight in the show.
Yeah. Shout out
right
to
in the
Icon.
box. He's just icon living. Right in the box beneath. He is dressed like a ninja tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Representing the GMM Network. You've seen him twice this week on the show. Bogart Scott-Free.
Hey, what's happening, my brothers?
Yo, dilly, bro.
Dilly. Do I sound cool? Oh,
You're
yeah,
good.
my bad. I forgot I'm wearing a fucking mask. I'm like, why do I sound muffled? I'm like,
You're
I'm
good.
so
You're
committed to this ninja shit.
You're coming in nice, clean, and crisp.
Oh,
I see J-Love in the chat. I don't know if he's going to click the link or not. Over in the box next to Bogart, we have Blake representing the Blitz with Blake podcast. Recently signed to the Rum Boys Fantasy Network. What is good, bro?
What's up? What's up? You guys can hear me good?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Coming in loud and clear.
BWB. Welcome, brother.
What's good? Appreciate you having me on. Appreciate bringing me on the Rum Boys fam, man.
I got to ask about that Bush light wall behind you, though.
Yeah, I put in a lot of work on my podcast, so
I see that.
I'm gonna build a wall full of Bush light boxes. Hey, recycling, bro. At least we know that you're not the reason that Mother Nature is pissed in 2020. I like it.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yeah.
So,
save the
fellas,
world.
we gotta dive right into the show. But before we do, you already know how we gotta start it off. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rum Boys and girls. What it do? Dilly.
Dilly. And of course,
Did you just fucking cheers with a sword?
well, my beer's in the fridge. Hold on.
That's part of sound check. Is making sure you got drinks. Alrighty, so fellas, we gotta dive right off into this show. A lot of things have happened at the top of the hour. Some adjustments that have happened. Give me just 1 second. Let me get this up. But first things first. Yesterday, there was technically the incident happened on Wednesday, but there's a reported. Oh, wait, actually, first, Bogart, we need to pay some bills first. Hold up. What the fuck is he doing?
I don't know, but real quick before we get going, I got to say, make sure you check out our show, my show tomorrow at noon. J-Love is actually on there as a guest. So,
Hell yes, I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah, we're going over the dynasty rookies for dynasty purposes.
I love it. Bogart,
Yep, I'm
Let's
first.
pay some bills. Let's pay some bills.
Oh, yeah. Well, check this out. I know y'all miss winning some cold, hard cash off that daily fantasy sports y'all all know and love, me including myself. You know what I'm saying? And with that said, go ahead and head on over to monkeyknifefight.com. Once again, that's monkeyknifefight.com. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go ahead and match you up to $50 with your first deposit. Only you got to use promo code RUNBOYS. That's monkeyknifefight.com. And we will match all the way up to $50 on your first deposit. But you got to use promo code RUNBOYS.com. Yes, we are mad scientists, but this ain't no fucking rocket science. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get back to winning some cold hard cash off the legal online games that they provide, go ahead to monkeyknifefight.com and utilize promo code RUNBOYS.
Hey! Bogart's first ad read! Yay!
I told you I could do it, mama.
He's like, Mama made it!
Hey, you like how I put through a little dyslexia and my own twist in there, though?
Yeah, no, I did.
I just gotta say, make sure you guys do that RUNBOYS with a Z.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. Listen to the pirate, or he'll make you walk the plank. You know what
I
I'm
need
saying?
that sword.
And with the first topic of the night, Justin, you will be taking the first take. The Miramar PD said, or has said to issue an arrest warrant for Giants cornerback DeAndre Baker and Seahawks cornerback Quentin Dunbar for 4 counts of armed robbery with the firearm and 4 counts of aggravated assault with the firearm. Incident occurred May 13th at a party where NFL players were accused of stealing money and watches while armed with semi-auto weapons. What the fuck?
That's what I'm
Bro,
saying.
no, I just gotta know, was Damian Williams there? I think we may have finally identified the people that robbed him. I'm excited for Damian. He's gonna get his watch back.
They used that $1,000 from Damien to go buy them some guns. They were like,
But like these, I don't understand. Like, first of all, like why you do something so stupid. Second of all, you're a pro athlete. You don't even need the money. Like, you're getting paid, just like, and now your career is over. Like, you're done. I mean, they might be able to make it back into UFC or something. You know, they seem to take ex-con football players. So,
oh my God!
shots fired.
All right, Bogart.
Cannons fired. All right, well, check this out, man. I want to backpack off of Justin. Don't they got M's, right? And like, how did this occur? What is it, a card game? Like, what?
Yeah, yes. So to my understanding,
it was a card game, right?
this was a party in which a bunch of hood motherfuckers was chilling. Well, because like NFL players, you know, and they're now back in their former environments before they had gotten drafted. So they're back around, you know, the hood. So there was a card game, and I guess somebody didn't want to pay up, and DeAndre Baker was like, run that shit.
Yeah, hey, they might have lost that. Okay, remember the old school poker games in the cartoons or even in the TV shows? They'd be like, "I'll see your 2-pair and I'll raise you this Rolex," right? And then like, you know what I mean? Maybe it's just all of a sudden it's like all these Rolexes. And here's another thing: if they were bust down Rolexes, that really ain't worth shit. It better be the stock.
From what I've heard,
Richard
one of the watches was fake. And I guess he was a dude
oh man, so that guy lost twice.
Oh
yeah.
man.
First, he got his watch jacked. Then the police come out and tell everyone that he had a fake watch the whole time. Man.
And here's the thing too: they got semi-auto things, right? They got semi-auto things, so that means where are they in the South, maybe? Or no, yeah, because like, well, actually, they don't allow fully autos anywhere, right? Either way,
I mean, they were
Texas does.
happened in Florida.
Oh, okay.
So this happened in Miramar County, Florida.
Okay,
like in
so-
Florida, they have a completely set of different fucking rules.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah, I don't even know if that's the U.S.
So that means, I mean, we don't even know if it's part of this planet. You feel me?
Yeah, Florida. I mean, we don't
that's
claim
what I'm
them.
saying. Yeah, so like they basically so it wasn't premeditated because you know in Florida
Where's
you can
the
carry your
brother
guns. I mean, you can carry your guns. You know what I'm saying? and like maybe they're just sore losers. You know what I mean? He was like, I don't know. I mean, you know what though? To be honest, it's definitely like you said. They're back in the hood. You know, you got homies. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're always getting shit talked to him like, oh, whatever, NFL boy. You know what I mean? He's like, oh yeah. You know
And they've been drinking.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They've been drinking, and then maybe he called the wrong hand, lost it, and then lost it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey fellas, fantasy football peacocks in the chat.
Shout out to the peacock.
Alrighty, Blake, what you got, bro?
No, I mean, I completely agree with Justin. I mean, when it comes down to it,
they were playing Boo-Ray. That is the name of the game that they were playing. They were playing Boo-Ray.
You know, you're making millions of dollars and you got to run someone's pocket for their watch. Like, what are you doing? Not to mention, like, I completely agree. You got to feel bad for old boy that got like dogged to the public. Like, his shit was fake. Like, I don't understand it. And it seems to be a growing theme to me. Like, just the off the field issues is absolutely absurd to me. Like, you're making millions of dollars. Why are you putting yourself in that position? Like, I don't get it.
Has anyone else here besides me ever just been bored? Like, have you ever just been bored and you just decide, you know what?
Hit a lick.
I mean, not necessarily like hit a lick, but like I'm gonna go do some bad shit. Like, I don't know, what law can I break today? You know,
I mean, you did say that on Playmaker AF. You was like, you know, when I was young,
of course, I am a pirate.
Running the streets. Yeah, it's true.
Like, I'm just saying, you know, these guys, they're in quarantine, and then now all the states are open up, and especially Florida, of all places, opening back up. It kind of it invites, it invites this type of behavior. I'm not saying that this type of behavior is excused. Now, since the story has been released and leading up to the top of the hour of this show, Quentin Dunbar does have 5 character witnesses that he was just just happened to be a NFL player around. Like, he didn't pull a strap on nobody. This shit was all DeAndre Baker.
Man, but you know what though? Did he help?
Yeah, did he help pick up the shit? Like, did he help pick up the watches?
I mean, like,
he said, "Q, get the bag."
Hey, pick that up. That up. Oh, I'm not trying to end up like Aaron Hernandez.
I'm not trying to be Tupac.
It's just another fucking story of a Florida man today. ... It's just another one of those, dog. It's exactly what that shit is.
Tell me why the first thing that I did when I heard this story was look up where it happened, and the first thing I found was Miramar, and I was like, all right, this can't be Miramar, California, because too many motherfuckers in that hood would have had straps around them.
Yeah, that's what I was. I'm like, yeah, someone's getting shot.
So I was like, this ain't Cali. So I look a little bit deeper. I'm like, oh shit, it's Florida.
I was like, of course.
Okay, yes. Yes, my charger's working.
The only shocking part about this news story is that there was no alligator involved.
Bro, everything about this story was shocking, man. Like you said.
If I lived in Florida, bro, I would straight up, I would have a gator, remove all his teeth, you know what I'm saying? And then I'd have him on a leash because people would just get the fuck out of my way, you know what I mean? And I'd be strapped up like Yosemite Sam. You know
That's definitely an email from Pito waiting to happen.
Okay, listen. In fact, I'm not Ninja Bogart no more. I was gonna say Ninja Bogart said it.
Miles sounds like they're at a party in my old hood. Yo, looking at you, Miles. Yeah, sounds about right. Shit. Moving on though. Wait, really quick. I just want to point this out. In the last 2 weeks, all right, quarantine has brought us some beautiful things in sports, and it's brought us 3 things. Damian Williams getting robbed in an Airbnb. Earl Thomas and his brother getting caught in an orgy at an Airbnb, and this party down in Florida getting stuck up for all of their shit. What a time to be alive.
Yeah, man, I'm just in shock right now. How has none of this involved Antonio Brown?
He was there, but he's just like, hey, keep it on the DL, dog. I don't want people to know. Trying to get back in the league.
He had the fake Rolex.
Oh, the guy.
Keeping it NFL.
Before we move on, though, which one of them was the one with the gun?
DeAndre Baker.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I was getting mixed up, but you think Baker was like, to Dunlap, he's like, you know what? I am crazy, but you know what the difference is? I don't give a fuck.
Oh my god! Yo, that would have been fucking hilarious.
I had to just parlay Bogart's juice reference.
Fuck. That is so fucked up. Rest in peace, Pac. Q, get the bag. Oh god. For that is so old school. It is so old school. Like, I love it. Oh, we got Jimmo the icon here. We got Jimmo. Hold on, let me reorchestrate this. Watch this. Boom. All right, and then boom, and then bow. And then I'm gonna do it like that. And then Bogart's gonna come back whenever I don't know whatever the fuck happened to him. That was weird. His joke was just too fire for the chat. So let's move on though. Former Pittsburgh Steelers star James Harrison, former Steelers and Patriots. I mean, he was only with the Patriots for like a season, but fuck it. Former Pittsburgh Steelers star James Harrison says Coach Mike Tomlin handed him an envelope after a helmet-to-helmet hit on Browns wide receiver Mohamed Massaquoi, in which he was fined $75K, which was reduced to the $50K in 2010. The organization and its agent claimed that it never happened, but thoughts. Blake. Jimmo, what's good?
Good evening. I was like, give me a second because I have to go smoke and get, mentally prepared.
Go ahead. Go get mentally prepared. We got to wait for Bogart to come back anyways. Blake's going to do his take, bro.
Well, I mean, I don't know. As a Steelers fan, I look at it from two different sides. Number one, I mean, I used to love watching James Harrison lay the fucking wood. I can't even lie. Like, when he knocked out Josh Cribbs, Muhammad in that game, it was all the same game, right? But I can't see Mike Tomlin doing it, but I also can't see James Harrison making up a story like that. If it did happen, either way, I look at it, it's a fine line, right? So I look at it from a baseball perspective. Let's say, you got steroids, that makes the game more interesting. Well, fuck, so does laying someone the fuck out. Like, I don't know. That's just my take. I think if he did it, well, I mean, we're going to find out eventually, right? It's going to come out, and that's going to be that. Either way, as a Steelers fan, fucking James Harrison, love it. Keep laying people out, but you're done. So it's my take.
Love it. I guess we go to you, Justin.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's true. I know, of course he's denying it as the coach because he has to. And so who knows if it's actually true? I mean, I wouldn't doubt if it is. I'll never know if it actually is. But I think if he was telling people to go target this people, then he better be paying the fine. I mean, I'd be upset if he didn't. I'm not upset about him handing him money. He owes him that. But I mean, I miss that football though, where the receivers were afraid to run across the middle and catch the ball. I didn't play. I hated playing receiver. Our in high school, our coaches, we had to play offense and defense. I would purposely drop balls in practice because I didn't want to get on the field as a wide receiver. But on defense, I would lead in interceptions. They're like, "Oh, you suddenly learn how to catch a ball." Because I don't want to run across the middle and get hit helmet to helmet as I'm running full speed and I'm not looking. Screw that. I was too short to be on the outside too. So no,
that is not Jimmo's real background in Boston. That is not his office. That is a green screen. Yo,
I love it though. It looks official.
It looks official as a motherfucking whistle, bro. I'm digging it. We're gonna get Bogart up here in a hot second. I'm gonna go ahead and drop my take. All right. So this was borderline some Bounty Gate BS. When I first heard it, when I heard homie say it, I was like, oh, yo, you did not just say that. But then when I read a little bit more into it, and then as an interview excuse me, had began to progress, then that's when I started to gather my wits about me, and I stopped overreacting so heavily and realized, you know what, you're probably gonna get fined for this anyways. Like that's a serious fucking hit. Here, just take this bread, bro. You know, just take this money. And I feel like that's more so what it was from Coach Tomlin's side. Coach Tomlin he's a player's coach. He's a people's coach. If anything, this is more reasoning for Tomlin to have more respect from his guys in his locker room. Just due to the fact that, yo, you're gonna take care of me. You're gonna pay my fines. I'm gonna hit people harder next time. You're gonna treat James Harrison like that. What am I gonna get treated like? So fuck it. Also, with that said, we have Jordan Love joining the show, our writer over on RunBoys.com, and I just have to ask one question before you drop your take. What the fuck happened to your hair?
Man, it was too long, bro.
Did you do that yourself?
Nah.
Oh,
God, no. No, my state's open, bro.
okay.
Justin, you already knew.
So just
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah,
I still have to
Justin
act
knew.
surprised because our episode hasn't dropped yet.
Yeah,
Mike,
sure.
think you like out a triple player Tomlin? Oh my god!
Hey, that was one fucking time he did that, all right? And it saved a touchdown. If anything, that's a quality play. That's a team
Oh my
play.
You would as a Steelers fan. Hey, now we have the full panel, fellas. Go ahead, Jordan Love. Your take on the Tomlin James Harrison envelope situation.
I mean, I don't doubt it, to be honest.
Backstage.
I mean, Mike Tomlin is, of course, a player's coach, like you already said. I mean, everything you said pretty much is going to go. James Harrison, kind of a headhunter when he played. The NFL introduced to find while he was playing. Makes sense. Like, Tomlin made the bread. He was just like, here's a little bit just to give it back to you. Sean Payton, however, what he said, keep your mouth shut, man. You almost got expelled from the NFL, so stay out of it.
Expelled? Holy shit.
Like, he almost got kicked out, and he was never going to come back.
I dig it. Okay. Bogard.
Okay. Listen, first of all, I think James Harris put a hit out on my computer. You know what I'm saying? I think, because my shit just shitted on me, bro. Anyways, listen, you know what I'm saying? There may have not been some envelopes exchanged, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we are known to push the envelope. You know what I'm talking about? See what I did there? But, like, I think whistleblowers, you know, they always wait for time. Yeah, right? They wait for time. They wait for time to pass before motherfuckers start blowing.
That's my fucking boss, dude. What up, Jordan?
Oh, that's your boss in the thing?
Yeah.
Jordan
man
Love.
Give him a raise.
Oh yeah, subscribe to the channel. Bogart, continue though, man. My fault.
Yeah, no, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I just feel like whistleblowers always wait for, you know, X amount of time to pass, then they start getting to snitching. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Maybe Harris should have, you know, gave him a little bit of piece of that envelope. You know, talking about whoever. Do we have the name of the person blowing the whistle?
Yeah, his goddamn self.
Oh, wow. That's, you know what? Moral dilemma. Is that what he's having?
He did it on what's that Barstool part of my take.
Yeah.
He did it on part of my take.
Wow.
You know Big Cat's gonna get something like that and be like, twist.
That's right. He did tell on himself. I mean, you know what though? Maybe that's it's a new thing his therapist told him to do. Like, listen, you got to right all your wrongs. You know what I mean? Maybe he finally used that envelope. It's just been burning a hole in his pocket. He paid the therapist with it. He's like, listen, you know what I mean? Tell me what's wrong with me. You know what I mean?
QC says, I'm not even gonna bullshit. Somehow it being the Steelers makes it okay. I don't know how, but it's expected.
I mean, shit. Would you say he stole off on him because he's a Steeler? You know what I mean?
Dad joke. I see the pun there, dude.
Oh, that's
fucking great. Let's see here, really quick. Next topic. Chris Sims of Pro Football Talk recently dropped a bombshell. I don't really consider it a bombshell because as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's fake. But Chris Sims of Pro Football Talk dropped a bombshell this past week stating that Seattle Seahawks and the Cleveland Browns We're in trade talks during the 2018 draft for the 101 for Dangerous. Let's just play what if. Like, we know this is complete and total bullshit, and clearly Chris Sims is hurting for listeners over on his podcast. No slight over to my former employer, NBC Universal, but you guys can just suck a bag of dicks, okay? But also, with that being said, and with that being stated, what if, start off with Justin, then Jimbo, then it's a steak draft.
I'm sorry. I was not paying attention. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. All he heard was like, something about a bag of dicks. He was like,
so Chris Sims of Pro Football Talk. He had dropped a bombshell that back in 2018, the Browns were going to trade their 101 overall pick, in which they got Baker Mayfield for.
Yeah, essentially, it's Baker Mayfield for.
Bro, I'm caught up. Sorry about that, dude. There's no way this was true. I don't believe this for a second. Russell Wilson was already a proven quality quarterback at this point. There's no way that this was even in consideration. That'd blow my mind. I mean, I would love if it actually happened as a 49er fan.
I'm saying.
But I don't think that there's any reality that this could have happened.
Absolutely. Okay. Let's see here. I don't agree with it. I mean, maybe that was part of the reason why the no clause trade, because literally around that week, right after the draft, there was the no clause trade put into Russell Wilson's contract immediately right after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see what would they be gaining out of it?
They wanted this same prototype. Yeah, he's 6 foot. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and get him.
Yeah, but so best case scenario, they get a Russell Wilson.
Okay.
Who they're going to be trading to try to hopefully get a Russell Wilson.
I mean, I'll wait. I'm going to wait.
I'm sorry.
Yep, yeah, Jimmo.
Well, good evening, gentlemen. How are you guys?
He's trying to get drunk. Icon living.
Hey, J Love. I like the haircut.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi, Justin. I like your T-shirt.
Thank you.
Now do next. Look at me.
There you go. Bogart. Very nice. Hello, Blitz. Welcome to the team, sir. This is gonna be fun. Your boss is watching. I have a lot of illegal things on my table here that I don't know if I can or cannot do on this show, so I'll respect that and step off.
It's from they're green screened in. Those are green screen images.
Yeah.
Hi, Robbie.
What's up?
Thanks for having me on, brother.
No worries. Part of the family.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Bullshit. What are we going to talk about? It's why don't we just say, hey, the Bears, my Bears, wanted to draft or trade for Aaron Rodgers. Same shit. Come on. It's not happening. Not happening. There's no way. No way.
I feel like at the time that it was brought up, here's what the call was. The Browns picked up the phone, and Hugh Jackson was the coach at the time, and Hugh Jackson came out this morning. He was like, yeah, that's preposterous as bullshit. I think the Browns may have picked up the phone. Dorsey picked up the phone. He was like, hey, we'll give you our 101 for Russell. And Pete Carroll's like, bitch, please.
I mean, they may have inquired.
Guys, get a load of this. You want to know what these guys just said?
They may have inquired. Who knows what goes on behind the scenes,
somebody trying to spike his gum if he was going for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey. That's my thing, though. I mean, total bullshit. Again, NFL teams talk constantly, so anything could be anything, but
yeah, because I mean, I've seen Baker with his shirt off, and that would not impress Pete Carroll. I'm just saying.
No, I think I have a better bottom than
his prerequisites.
Pete Carroll ain't taking interviews with anyone that's not an alpha. Let's get into it with Blake.
I mean, it's bullshit, obviously, and on top of that, whoever the Browns have at quarterback, they're not going to win, in my opinion. They can't put it together as a team, so it's bullshit, stupid. Doesn't matter who you got.
Kevin Stefanski begs to differ.
Oh my!
He's not going to use Baker. He's just going to be running. He's just going to be like, ooh, Nick Chubb. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's nothing much that can be said. This is complete, like, it's garbage.
Well,
That's
let's imagine now.
But I was just about to say, let's play the what if. That was the second part of the question.
Yeah, let's have fun with
Well,
this.
okay, Russell Wilson's on the Browns. They still suck.
Case closed.
No, they would be a lot better.
Seattle, instead of having Russell Wilson, who's carried them the past 3 years, they get Baker Mayfield. They suck. There you go. Top 2 picks in the draft.
Wow.
That's it.
Can we jump in the time machine and make this happen? Because then, you know what I'm saying? That's so much better for us, right, J Love?
All right, I'm saying.
I love this comment here by QC.
What's
Sims
that?
is like that dude who was never the homie, but would do outlandish shit to try and fit in. He's thirsty for attention, and that's what I'm saying. I mean,
he got daddy issues. You'll never be your daddy, Chris Sims.
And I know this ain't on the docket, but did you guys see Baker's failed backflip?
Oh my God, I did.
Well, we're about to get video.
Can we land on
video?
Piece?
Oh
Let's
man!
pull that up. I haven't seen that. So
Wait,
work.
was it Baker or Johnny Manziel?
Oh no, that was Manziel. You're right.
That
You're
was
right.
Manziel.
Oh,
I
man.
knew
Sorry, I
he was one of
mixed
those
them up.
quarterbacks.
Similar.
What a fuck!
Oh
What a
my
fucking
Tomato,
pud, dude.
tomato.
What a pud, dude. Couldn't even do a backflip off a cliff. Figure it out.
Right?
Tomato, tomato, potato, potato.
Wrong Browns quarterback.
Yeah.
There's been like 30 of them the last.
Yeah,
2
it's hard
years,
to
so
keep
it's
up.
fine.
Right.
He took that saying, if it's brown, flush it down, real serious. He was like,
Who was the last great? Well, not great, but I mean, who was the last good Browns quarterback? Was it Kozar?
I mean, Baker had a good rookie year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Prior to Baker. Previous.
I know when it was Pat Shurmur and then Shanahan was the OC. I think they went like 7-1 in the
Brian
first
Hoyer-
Catching a video right
Brian
now.
Hoyer. Yeah,
Brian Hoyer had a good year.
yeah. See, thank you, Jay.
I think that's
What
it.
about Jeff Garcia?
Yeah.
Wasn't he there for a year?
He was
All
there
right.
for like a
It wasn't a good year though.
He was like a deep breath. He was there for
here
like a
we
deep
go.
breath. You
Here
know
we
what I mean?
go.
Here we go. Oh shit!
He didn't even
I already knew it.
like
You just
Hey,
flipped this way.
Wow.
You knew it was bad from the jump.
Dude, what the fuck, man?
You know what though? Hey, God bless his homie that was like, bro, go backflip though. Do backflip off that shit. You know what I mean?
and then uploaded it.
I know, right?
Oh my god.
Man.
Well, in this scenario, what I will say is that one man's trash is not another man's treasure. Cleveland, you still suck.
You know what though? I will say this one. I will say this much. If Russell, dude, White Jesus loves Russell Wilson, bro. If he went over there, he might have turned that thing around. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? There's different Jesuses. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know.
He
Look,
loves that. White
At
Jesus
least in
loves
Seattle,
him.
he has a decent defense.
we have a topic that was not on the docket because it came out after I wrote the script. We start off with Bogart here. Aaron Rodgers comes out today and states that him and Jordan Love, they had a conversation. Not our turd.
I was
Jordan
gonna say
Love.
just ask Jordan Love. I was like,
But him and Jordan Love had a conversation. He understands Green Bay moving on past him, possibility in the near future. And just like many of quarterbacks that have came before him, it's just so happens to be his time to maybe move on, even though despite wanting to spend his career in Green Bay. Are you buying that Aaron Rodgers is this calm, cool, collective about it? Or deep down is he like, yo, fuck them?
I definitely think he's like, fuck them. But then I think he also, he's been in those shoes before. So maybe, he's just like, all right, bro. You know what? I'm gonna, at least fake the funk. You know what I mean? Like, just play the role when really it's like every time Jordan Love turns around, he's like, you know what I mean? And then he turns around, he's like, what up, man? You know what I mean? It's like, that's how I feel about that he's thinking, you know what I'm saying? But I think, because, come on, we see Aaron Rodgers like shit on his own family, you know what I mean? And like, but he is doing yoga nowadays, and I think, he's like eating vegan, I heard, lightweight. So, I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe it kind of, maybe, I'm just saying, maybe it kind of purifies, his thought process. I don't know. I'm just, because really, come on, with them big old eyeballs, he should have seen this thing coming. You know what I'm saying? Come on, tell me he has the most.
Bogart, you the type of dude to bring up inner chi when we talking about football players. I swear to God.
Oh, he does. He will. He will. Jordan Love.
Look, we all knew they were gonna have a conversation eventually. I mean, in 4 days, everything's gonna come back. 22 teams have already been cleared to practice, so they were gonna have to have a conversation before they come back on the field because they at least have to get to know each other, considering that's a first-round pick. And I didn't really expect less. I mean, what is Aaron Rodgers going to say to the media? I hate this dude. I want out. Okay, then what are you going to get traded for? 6th round pick?
Ooh.
I love how they're trying to find more ways to disrespect A-Rod.
I mean, I don't expect anything different. Aaron Rodgers is going to seem calm and cool to the media, but then probably to the management, he's like, yo, get me out of here. And I wouldn't put it past him.
So you think Jay
to be fair, the Packers just wanted some sort of insurance. Aaron Rodgers should be all about that.
Yeah.
Bogart needs to be a comedian.
It's a State Farm reference.
Hey, you know what though? I used to go to open mics and boo the open micers.
Oh my gosh, you're a dick.
Well, because it was my boys. You know what I mean? That used to be our punishment if you lose our league. You had to go to an open mic night. And
nice.
You know what I mean?
Is this an audition for The Bachelor? What the fuck? Blake.
So I think Aaron Rodgers is actually cool with it. I don't think he should be, but I think he's cool with it. And I think part of the reason is because he's been in that position. And I think on top of that, you can see it reflected within the league. I mean, Patrick Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith. It's happened time and time again. And I feel like it's one of those questions. It's kind of an eternal question, really. When you draft a quarterback early, do you sit him or do you start him? And given past circumstances, I think it pays off to sit a quarterback behind a veteran quarterback. And I just think that he's going to be cool with it because he's going to want the Packers to go on and be successful.
I like that. I like that take because it's like that's the kind of world I want to live in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the world we want to live in. But is it the world we live in?
I'm just saying.
But is it the world we live in?
Nope.
Jimbo.
How do I follow that? I mean, come on. Anyway, I mean, look, we all saw the draft when Aaron Rodgers was sitting there. And I mean, he was a pissed off son of a bitch, wasn't he?
Yeah. He even swore like death against my Niners. Yeah. He was like, the Niners are going to regret this.
I mean, listen, a player of that eliteness, if you will. I mean, it's Aaron fucking Rodgers. I mean, that happened to Brett Favre, and then they drafted Rodgers. I mean, yeah, he's got to have a chip on his shoulder.
So we're thinking. You want Aaron Rodgers to go to the Bears?
No. No. I mean, would I like it? Sure, but no, definitely not. He's a Packer.
You guys already have 2 backups, though.
Hey. All right, hold on. Man. We actually have the real Jesus in our team, okay?
Who?
Nick Foles.
Jimbo.
Jesus really loves him.
Yeah. Justin just walked up to you on the yard and said, "Take it."
I'm gonna have something for Justin later. I'm gonna let him enjoy that one for a minute, though.
Whoa, pause.
No, honestly, I mean, as actual human beings and not athletes, and not as a human, as a regular person, fuck yeah, I would be pissed the fuck off if my boss hired my replacement. You know, if they knew I was leaving maybe in a year or two, and then I got to sit there and train the son of a bitch. No, no. After all the work that I put in, no.
J Love, does that sound like a similar scenario though?
What? I was not paying attention.
You got to train your replacement.
I mean,
I get it.
Wow. Wave the flag on that one.
Should we all go backstage and let y'all handle this? You know what I'm saying?
I
thought that was funny.
I thought it was funny too.
Aaron Rodgers, there's no way he's happy about it because he came out and said beforehand he wanted them to draft a wide receiver. Besides for the fact that they drafted the guy that's going to replace him, he still thinks that he can win a Super Bowl but the team's punting. The team's like, nah, we're not winning a Super Bowl. We're drafting for the future to win a Super Bowl after you're gone. We're drafting a new running back to go behind the running backs we got. We're drafting a new quarterback to replace you. Like, they're not trying to win a Super Bowl while he's there. So, yeah, he's going to be pissed off. I would be if I thought I was the best quarterback in the NFL, which I'm sure he does. And my coach isn't trying to help me. My front office isn't trying to help me win.
It's settled. The Niners will just get Aaron Rodgers next season. Fuck it.
We'll take him right now.
Take him.
What, are you giving up on Jimmy Garoppolo already?
I mean, I'm not giving. I love Jimmy
really
G,
was on board.
but he's no Aaron Rodgers. Like, I also understand what he is.
Listen.
I mean, he's also no Mitchell Trubisky.
That's my quarterback. That's our quarterback, the Bears. This is why the Bears fans and their fandom are much better than any other NFL team because we stick with our fucking quarterbacks.
I will say this, though. All season last year, I came up with this phrase, we're winning ugly with handsome Jimmy. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, get us big, giant eyeballs, bro. You know what I'm saying? Survey the field.
Jimbo's loving the Google lyrics. You made a bet, big man. Yeah, he's mad, Steve, man. Big said.
That guy. Hey, listen, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm working really hard and getting Tekashi 6ix9ine on the Icon Show.
Oh my God, no!
My buddy
Gemma will ask the riveting questions like, "Why do you think it's cool to be a rat?" You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
My buddy
why are you trying to make a rat a thing?
He directed a video for this rapper called Big Clit. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but Trippie Redd was in the video with it.
Yep. Yeah.
Now Trippie Redd and Tekashi, I guess, aren't
not cool.
No, but
they
my
actually
buddy
kind of came up together initially.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for another show. So I'm sorry. Yeah.
Tekashi 6ix9ine, do not give me money.
He's like, no, trying to address that.
Robbie, stop.
Hey, I'm just fucking with you, J-Lo, but that shit was funny, you know.
I mean,
it's relatable.
I mean, it is relatable, but keep
Thank you.
On, where is J-Love going?
Keep business.
No, J-Love's not going nowhere. J-Love was on the other side of that equation.
Yeah, he was on the other side of the equation.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we'll keep it at that.
Next topic. Fake crowd noise could be possibly pumped into stadiums for NFL games. We've already seen this work in the KBO if you guys have watched Korean baseball. If not, cool. It's cool.
Bro, I've been on it.
I mean, we've seen it work with Atlanta too, right? Hawkins.
Is everyone else not in a Korean baseball fantasy league?
Yo, who just said that?
Wait, what? You're in a Korean baseball? Wait, there's the Korean baseball.
Me and Justin are in it, bro. But you didn't get that. Yeah. We sent you the link.
For real?
We'll get you in there.
He's not for real. He was right. He's like, what the fuck?
Like, yo. Oh my gosh. But anyways, we've seen this work in
Kim.
Which one? Kim?
Oh my God. See, that's why I was like, don't keep your jokes, and then I do it. But already with virtual fans and mannequins in the stands, can the NFL pull this off?
That's cool. Are they automated? Are they like anatomic? Like, do they do?
Yeah, like they have like a kind of like these like bobblehead like robot like mannequin fans in like the KBO. It's not. Oh, it's creepy, bro. No, like if I was a baseball player,
what if they sold the links and you could be the guy like watching at home, and then your noise that you make comes out the mannequin? You know what I'm saying?
Think of the absurd shit people would be yelling though when they're not at the game. Like,
well, think of the absurd shit people yell when they're at the game. I mean, look at Boston games. You know what I'm saying?
like the whole like mannequins in this thing. Like if the NFL were to do this, like if I'm on the field and there's fake crowd noise being pumped through, and I look up and I don't see real people waving, that's gonna mentally fuck with me more than nobody being there.
Well, you don't believe like in the tunnel vision that players get. Like, you know what I mean? They're just honed in on the game.
I mean,
or should I say, their cheese and like, you know, they're in full force of their chi. You know what I'm saying?
May I chime in?
I told you he would do it.
May I chime in? Go ahead, J-Love. I'm sorry. You do your thing.
I mean, okay. Who here played sports in like middle school and high school?
Why are you asking a bunch of adults that, Benjamin Button?
I'm just because some people don't. That want to talk about sports.
Yeah,
You
I
know
wanted
that the
pussy,
crowd has
J-Love.
some-
So yes, I played sports.
Look, I mean, we all know that the crowd has some sort of effect on people, whether it's just seeing people's expressions in the crowd, whether it's hearing them, whether it's even your parents yelling. And I know that's not even always the scene for most NFL players, but having a crowd, having that sway of affection, just having that energy even sucked out of a building when the opposing team makes a big play when they're not at home. It affects the game.
You know, J-Love, you're so right, because I remember back in my high school days, there was nothing like when you're lined up getting ready to go on a go route and you look up in them stands and you see a bad little junior thotty while you're still a freshman in high school, is that you're about to bust down and knock the book smarts right out of her brain by hitting it to the back of a backboard at her daddy's house.
He's talking about that student body. So you talking about that student body? You know what I'm talking about?
That's,
your guys' school was obviously better than mine because we didn't have a crowd. We were fucking horrible at football. There was like 8 people up in the crowd. I'm like, all right, cool.
My school, when I started playing, they went to states the year before, so I kind of got to experience like the end of that. Like we didn't make states for like 4 years after that, but like before I came to school, everyone was still hype, and I was like,
so when you showed up, y'all became trash, is what I'm hearing.
We tied a Washington State record.
Once everyone graduated, we became trash.
Can you imagine?
My freshman year, we tied a Washington State record for the worst loss in the history or in the state history.
I'm sad that y'all didn't get the record. You know?
I know.
Wait. Justin, what high school did you go to?
South Woodby High School.
Parents in Washington State, don't send your kids to that fucking school.
Don't do it.
I went to Silver
unless they
Creek
want to play
High
soccer or like what's the other one? Cross country. They kill it.
I went to Silver Creek in the east side of San Jose in California, the South Bay area, right? Silver Creek. Our team was the Raiders, right? And like, bro, we had the most drug related kickouts in the district. So definitely don't send your kids to our school. You know what I'm saying?
It was just teen pregnancy in our school. Everybody was getting knocked up. You breathed in that motherfucker. Blake, Blake, do you have any thoughts? You've been quiet over there, man.
Yeah. So I mean, I got a couple thoughts. Number one, I think fake crowd noise it'll be a good thing for a couple of reasons. Number one, crowd in the stands. I mean, when I was in college and I played baseball, there was maybe 4 people in the stands at a time. We still found a way to win. And on top of that, I think like we saw a glimpse of it in the baseball world, at least in 2015 when the Orioles and the White Sox played, right? That shit was mad. That shit was awkward as hell, not having any crowd noise. And I think you're going to run into the same issue. I think crowd noise is good.
Slap yourself and QC have good points. Not having a crowd is like fucking a female and she's not moaning. What are we doing here?
Well,
QC
I mean,
says
you
that's
obviously don't have kids.
Fuck it, throw some headphones on.
Sometimes you get that's gonna happen.
QC says that's the football equivalent of fake orgasms.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, you wake these kids up and I'm hot.
Yo,
I'm hot.
Shut the fuck shit. He is right over.
Bro, okay.
Jimmo, you're next.
Oh yeah, Jimmo's next. Yeah.
All right. So I honestly went to like maybe 6 or 8 different high schools because I got kicked out of most of them.
Well, you're the icon. You went on a high school tour. He went on a high school tour. It was,
it was pretty bad. I was a bad kid, and then other things happened. But anyway, so I went on to like a sports team that I was supposed to join because I was on probation and I had to join.
I like how he said sports team. He didn't even want to specify the sport.
He didn't even know.
I honestly didn't even know.
Was out there playing water polo.
It was actually a racing llama jockey.
Oh, okay. Legendary.
See how I went into that there?
Yeah,
took first in state.
We walked into that
one. So, listen, I think me being a former lead singer of a semi-successful band and playing in front of, I don't know, let's say 4,000 or 5,000 people versus 2 people when we first started, there's a huge fucking difference. Mentally, it fucks with you, man. And yeah, it's I'm kind of comparing apples to oranges here, but when you're on stage and on the field or whatever, the bright lights are hitting you, you don't really see that crowd out there. You hear it, you don't see them though. When you have 2 people watching you play, you fucking hear a pin drop in there.
That's
You know?
true.
Yeah.
You hear a motherfucker cough and shit.
I like that they're gonna pump the crowd noise in there. I was never a football player. I don't know how the field is and the whole thing, but I'm kind of comparing again, being a musician and on stage and how that would affect me if I was a football player. I mean, the other thing that they can consider too is, you know, instead of putting mannequins in the stands, why not, you know, those little holograms and shit that they had? Like Tupac was a hologram maybe at the Grammys a few years ago or something like that.
It's expensive. B.
Wait, you know, that's a lot of money. I mean,
Yeah.
The NFL is
a lot of
a
money.
billion-dollar company.
all right.
I mean,
so at this point,
look at
wait,
us. There's
are
6
you
of us
proposing?
here.
Are you proposing a Star Wars like esque type of like?
Yes. Yeah.
And it can actually be
definitely.
us. It can actually be us fans.
I mean,
You
look
know,
at
No,
the
I want
six
it
of us
all Tupac.
here. You gotta throw a little Biggie in there. Come on.
Yeah. Okay.
All the
All right,
East
check this
Coast
out.
teams will be Biggie. All the West Coast teams, Tupac.
There's
Okay.
definitely going to be a holographic fight in it's going to be
Yeah.
the Source Awards all over
That'd
again.
be dope.
Yeah. But I mean,
Jordan Love sitting back like, what the fuck is the Source Awards? Jordan Love and Blake. Jordan Love
as
and
far
Blake.
as watching it on TV, though, I mean, as a fan, would you rather just watch an empty stadium with no crowd noise
I'm
on
kinda
TV,
interested.
Or-
I'm interested to hear the players
or
like talk. Like,
would
you
you
hear them on the
sit
field.
there and be able to watch it with some fake crowd noise and some fake people in the stands? Which do you
Okay.
want?
Hold on,
As a
Jimbo.
fan.
So here's
I mean,
my
hold
thing.
up, hold up.
It's,
Jimmo.
you have to have the fake crowd noise
Yeah.
because otherwise Bill Belichick's gonna cheat and hear everyone's plays and record them, and it's just not gonna be fair. Everyone knows he's gonna do it, but nobody can stop him.
The evil
Like you
emperor.
need that crowd noise.
Okay, well, how about this? Gemmo knows what I'm talking about here. There's one person who they're all taking a page out of this person's book. Gemmo knows the answer, but hold on, Gemmo. So y'all remember when the swooping cameras would come down with the overhead views, shit like that? That came from who? Vince McMahon,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
What was Vince McMahon doing when they started losing ticket sales? They started pumping crowd noise in that joint. You know what I mean? Vince McMahon, they're taking the page out of his book again. You know what I'm saying?
That they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great point there, man.
Good point. Good
Yeah,
point.
I just thought of that.
Which opens up our next discussion, which is probably not a great segue for this discussion, but this discussion does need to be had because this did come out at the top of the hour. Yet again, another topic that's not on the fucking docket, but is super important. And we're gonna try and keep our takes, like we're gonna try and bring the comedy with this shit. To be honest, all right, and that is the Rooney Rule. Essentially, the NFL, they're going to sit back. They're going to take a vote later this week. And the meeting is over, encouraging teams that if they hire more minority leadership in terms of coaches, GMs, front office, so on and so forth, that they'll be rewarded by getting maybe a higher pick in the draft. This is wrong on so many levels, but we're going to go ahead and start off. And I forgot.
It's Bogard, I think.
J-Love.
Go back. No, it might be Justin actually. I think Bogard just went at the end. I think.
Oh
it's
yeah,
Justin.
Justin.
God damn it! Can you
He's like,
repeat it again?
Oh, geez.
Rooney Rule.
Justin, what are you
Rooney
doing? Yo, Justin has porn on another screen. I promise.
It's that
Oh.
shirt that he's wearing. It's
Okay, look. You know what? I'll start it. You can pick up after. This is. You know what? Let's just come at it from this way. The NFL just wants to suck. I mean, let's just. You know what? Let's just have this like alternate dimension where we have the worst head coaches, the most ignorant play calling, and these great athletes, and we just want everything to be complete ignorance. That's what the NFL wants at this point. I mean, you really want to reward teams for picking somebody off of their race instead of them being great and being good at their job.
Exactly.
Isn't that kind of being racist?
That is exactly
Yeah.
what it is.
I think it's more racist than
I
that.
mean,
It's more racist than you not hiring me.
Yeah.
Like at least with you not hiring me,
Hey.
and the reason, like if I'm not being hired because of my skin color, at least it's like, cool. You're just letting me know that you don't like me for my that's different. That's
Right.
a fuck ton different than like, hey, I'm only hiring you so I can get a higher pick, bro. Help me help you. Like, what the
And
fuck?
not to mention, it's a 3rd-round pick, which means that's a day 2 draft pick. That is a day 2 draft pick.
You know who would do that? Pete Carroll, because he swears he's like the day 2 king. He's like, yes, give me that. Chewing the gum. He's just.
Pete Carroll ain't doing it though because he's down. He's down. You know, he's down. I guess what that knocks out. I want to make this one go quick. That's Bogart. That's J-Lo. Blake, how do you feel?
Nah, it completely, utterly racist. It's ridiculous.
He said it's completely utterly.
If this passes,
What else is there to say?
I didn't even hear the question. I went to go grab a lighter.
So the NFL is meeting in regards to the Rooney Rule.
Oh yeah, you got the Rooney Rules when you have to
interview a minority.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, yo, Justin leaned into my interview. His voice got quiet. His voice got so quiet.
Well, he's busy watching whatever he's watching.
He might be a pirate, but he does not stand for this nonsense.
But they're literally like so they're having a meeting and they're having a meeting telling teams if you hire a minority coach, we might give you a higher draft pick, and it'd be like a 3rd-round pick.
Wow.
So that's the question there.
Yeah, so Pete Carroll's definitely on that, right?
Oh my fucking god!
Pete Carroll's like my whole staff are all brothers now.
Like Steelers are sitting back chilling like we already got it covered.
They invented the rule, right? I mean, it is the Rooney's own the Steelers.
That is true. Jimmo.
Honestly, when I first saw this on Twitter, I thought it was a joke, but then I read more into it, and then the more I thought about it, I was like, shit. Bill Belichick somehow, some way, is going to get Trevor Lawrence with the first pick.
You know what Bill Belichick would do?
Bill
Belichick would take 23andMe, he'd do 23andMe, and then all of a sudden he'd be like, well, I am 62% African American.
Yeah, listen, if you're qualified enough for your
he would all of a sudden be in the minority.
Hell no. Hell yeah.
Qualified enough for a job, you should definitely get it. Obviously, it's not a perfect world we live in, right? But that is, again, it's more racist to do that than, not.
Especially because you're putting a value to it.
Yeah.
You're saying hiring this one person of this race is worth this.
Right.
Yeah, that is some bullshit.
That's just ridiculous.
That's putting
also,
things on totem poles and shit.
Do they have did they talk about like what's the criteria here? What level of coach? Like, is this positional coaches?
I thought you were gonna go.
It's you get a 3rd-round pick if you either have a head coach or the general manager, or I think it's head executive. And then everything under that, I think if you have a defensive coordinator, it's a 4th-round pick.
The Patriots getting co-head coaches, they're getting co-executives.
Look, on the bright side, if this does pass, if this does pass, which it should not, Adam Gase is gone. I mean, Adam Gase will no longer be a head coach in the NFL.
Okay, you just sold me. Gone. I'm in.
Get him gone.
Free everyone in the Jets. Free all Jets players.
Again, I didn't believe this shit. I think the Russell Wilson Cleveland thing is more believable than this. To be honest,
I'll just say this is malarkey. and then Coach Malarkey out there is like, yo, I can't even get a job again. You know what
I mean, since we're taking like a comedy approach, like now I'm just picturing Bill Belichick doing a press conference, and he's like, well, just breathing in the mic all weird. We thought we needed a higher draft pick. Like some weird shit, dude.
You know what though? I will say this. Bruce Arians, although he has Arians in his name, he's more black than most of the white coaches.
I am dying from the Belichick impersonation.
He's pretty good.
That was pretty good.
The 49ers got to get a pick, though, for our coach. I mean, come on. He's wearing the – huh? No, I'm talking head coach. He's wearing the fitteds. Like,
oh, yeah.
He's already –
you though, but nobody's – I mean come on, Uncle Bruce, bro. He's like, you might as well call him Coach Bruce. You know what I'm saying? Because he'd be like, he doesn't even call players by their name. He calls them Jack. Hey, look, Jack, You know what I'm saying? Like,
is this only race, or are they doing sexual orientation? We getting someone for having the first coach on our.
Well, then the Niners, we got the first female coach. You know what I'm saying? We are innovators.
Exactly, yo. Yeah. The 49ers, y'all are good. Yo, Belichick's gonna find the first black lesbian paraplegic person that he can
Hey,
he can find.
You know what I just thought about? This is literally ESPN First Take's dream.
Yeah.
Every time there's a hiring in any sport, First Take, Stephen A. Smith comes out here. This is preposterous. How dare you interview a black man? Like, come on, man.
But I digress.
I'm saying.
Look, we bring it up. Treat brought it up at the beginning of the show in the chat, so I bring it up because the chat brought it up. So, that is as far as we're going with it, and we're being funny with it. I do not think that this is going to pass. I don't think that anyone on this. If this passes, I
might be done. It might be done.
It's sad if it does.
When a motherfucker took a knee, there was
I'm gonna try and get hired.
Football.
I'm gonna try and get hired. Bogart.
Can I be a scout? Can I be a scout?
Hey, no, I'm on your staff.
Job in the NFL, bro.
I'm on your staff, Admiral. Let's go.
I got you.
Scout.
I'm on your staff.
Scout.
Because I can pass.
I know, white.
Yep, I got you. I'm bringing all y'all with me.
Oh, you're in. Hey, listen. I'm Filipino, but I look Mexican, and then with my beard, I can look Arabian. I'm all of it in one. They're gonna give us hella rounds, bro.
Oh, dude, yeah, we got interviews out the ass, man. Shit. Next topic. Getting into a little bit of baseball, a little bit of America's pastime, some baseball. Blake Snell and Bryce Harper, some of MLB's best talent and most prominent voices, have came out saying that they can't and they won't play for essentially half their pay for half of the season.
Damn, that's some greedy motherfuckers.
Are they right for wanting the full money that's allotted on their contracts? Or, after all, the MLB does stand to lose around $4 million just because fans alone not being in the stands.
Isn't it like $4 billion even?
It's a mill. It's a mill. It's an M. It's an M. Okay. It's probably gonna be more, but yeah.
But then all those fools.
Cardi B, New York Giants coach. Oh my.
Coronavirus. Coronavirus. You beat me to it.
Go ahead. Your take though, man.
Oh man, yeah. They should get paid their contract. They signed a contract. It doesn't dictate how many games they have to play. If they make the playoffs and they play, if the MLB makes extra money, do they renegotiate the contract at that time? Be like, oh, well, we're going to give you more money than we agreed on because you made us a lot more money. But MLB's not going to do that, so they signed a contract for the year. This isn't in any way their fault. So, yeah, you owe them that money or you shouldn't sign them that contract.
It's a breach of contract.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a contract. You sign that contract for years. There's no stipulations. If the season isn't completed, you don't get paid. Like, you guys got lawyers. Maybe you should have put that in there if you wanted that to be a stipulation.
Robbie, we're gonna apply to everything. We're gonna be baseball coaches too now. Fuck it. We're just everything.
No, I'm gonna help them negotiate contracts.
Yeah, the pirate way.
Money's that anyway.
Yo, shout out to Drew Burt 420 up in the chat. What's up, Drew Burt?
What up? He's keeping it lit for show.
I mean, isn't the MLB only projected to lose $4 million total? Or is it $4 million only off of seating and stuff like that? From what I saw, if they pay everybody and they just have
total.
to give, I think total is $4 million. Acting like this organization does.
$200 million contracts type of shit for players.
I mean, but they make in total like a couple $1 billion every season. Acting like this $4 million is something substantial. Okay, the salary cap won't go up. God forbid. There's not even a salary cap in baseball. It's an agreed upon rate that nobody goes over. I mean, nothing's really going to change.
They're saying they're going to lose $4 billion.
See, thank you. I was like, $4 million sounds like they could all just reach in their pocket and throw a couple $100,000 each. Like, here, let's just take care of this. Get this
a little bit of pocket change.
Yeah.
Fantasy prop bet assassin says, Monkey Knife Fight. Give me money.
Yes. Shout out to him, B.
And yeah, let's continue.
Which reminds us, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does remind us.
Which reminds us, you go
Bogart,
go ahead and go to monkeyknifefight.com and sign up using promo code RUNBOYS. And with your first deposit, we can match that thing all the way up to $50. And don't fuck around and put $1 and get $2. Go ahead and throw the 50, get you the hundo, and go ahead and get on the UFC action tomorrow night, and tune in to the Run Boys covering the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Dilly. Great job. Great job. Cheers.
Yeah.
Up the promos.
Yes.
Let's go to continue. Who do we have next on the panel? I believe
Jimmo
Blake.
next.
Oh,
Yo.
no, Jim. No, it's Jimmo.
Yeah. Listen, you sign a contract, you should get paid.
Contract.
You know, and this kind of a little bit intertwines with players holding out, then, right? Who want more money? Listen, you sign the contract, 7 years at X amount of dollars. Now you want more money. You want to raise because you're doing better. You know, now baseball is asking players to take a pay cut, right? Now we're all for the players, you know, going in there and making their money and stuff like that. For half the season, how much money are you guys making? Put a show on for the fans. You owe it to us, you know?
Hey, Jimmo's the type of guy. He's definitely got mafia in his background. Like he's
So yeah, you see the way he's sitting.
Yeah, he shows up. Listen, you know, there's a contract, huh? You know what I'm saying? Give me the baseball.
We had an
bat.
agreement.
Give me the baseball bat. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Vinny, tie him down.
You can't play baseball without your knees.
Get the wicked chair with the bottom cut out. You know the one with the bottom cut out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Really quick, Jimmo.
Jimmo's buried the bodies underneath baseball fields, I've heard.
Because we are on the baseball topic, and you are from Chicago, I have to ask a very important question.
Yeah.
Cubs or Sox?
Come on. Really?
The Cubbies.
North side.
We gotta fight.
North side.
We gotta fight.
Oh, that's why.
Okay.
Listen, J Love. I mean, you probably didn't even really grow up on the south side of Chicago. It was probably in Winnetka, like a suburb, like 35 minutes away. And then you call yourself a Sox fan.
Ooh.
No, buddy.
J Love shows the socks you're wearing right now.
Yeah. What kind of?
I mean, they're technically white because they don't have any on.
Okay. Not. Why are you being racist?
Hold on.
It's my race. I'm not being racist. I am.
I love you, J Love. I love you. Even though you're a Sox fan, that's okay.
Yeah, I had the same debate with Ty Boogie. I'm a Sox fan. He's a Cubs fan.
We still love the same food. The greatest food in the world.
Yeah.
Greatest
Fuck
dish.
the White Sox.
Yeah.
Moving on. Let's get into Justin's take. Justin, how do you feel
I started.
Oh, shit.
We're going the other way.
Motherfuck.
It's Blake.
You know what happened? I started smoking.
You're on YouTube.
So
I don't give a fuck.
It's green screened in. It's green screened in. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know. Like for me, I mean, Blake Snell's set to make what, $7 million this year. Bryce Harper's supposed to make $27.5 million. I mean, to me, you sign a contract, yeah, you have to uphold it, but at the same time, a guy like Bryce Harper, is it really necessary, in my opinion, that he gets that money? I mean, he signed a 13-year, $330 million contract. You signed a contract, but at the same time, like, are you even gonna spend that money in your lifetime? Like,
I'm saying,
just play the game, man. Right? Like you're getting,
or you're
paid
gonna
to
have
play
to
a kid's
answer
game.
to Jimmo. Jimmo's gonna show up at your door
with a baseball bat.
And I just want to piggyback off of what you just said there, Blake. It's only for this season. They're not asking you to do this for the remainder of your contract.
Yeah, exactly.
They're saying, hey, the whole world is going through some shit. The whole world is having to cut back. Do you want to help us? And they're offering the players, hey, do you want to help us? It's a vote. It's a vote.
So I'm saying on an individual basis, like if the players do it, I would think that's awesome. Like of that player.
Yeah.
But you know how upset I would be.
And they're only saying
to
play half the season, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the problem?
You I mean, baseball's probably going to get shortened anyway here in a few years. They're not going to play 180 games. It's going to get shortened out.
My thing is like, why? Let's say like I'm a baseball player and I'm making $100 million, right? And I'm like, they're like, hey, we only want to give you 50 million. Well, no, my contract says 100. I would rather take that $50 million and donate it to, the people who are working the stadiums who aren't getting paid now. So that way they have income for the next.
Well, that's also part of.
Pirates stole my take.
That's also part of why the MLB is asking the players to draw back a little bit so they can take care of the staffs, the facilities, all the groundskeepers, all that shit.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, why is that on me to trust that they're going to do that? Like, why can't I just do that with my money? You know, because that's part of it. But part of it is the MLB just wants to save some money.
Yeah, yeah.
So my opinion fully 100% is going to be this. Bryce Harper is a guy that should feel lucky that he even has the money he has. In my opinion, he's severely overrated. This is a guy that gets paid $27.5 million a season. His best year, he struck out 99 times in 111 games.
Talk that shit, BWB.
What are you doing, dude? I didn't want him on the Cubs. I'm a Cubs fan. Didn't want him on the Cubs. Fuck that. He is a Cubs fans. God damn.
I like you more now.
I'm a Mariner fan. He could be an MVP.
Bryce Harper?
Yeah.
No way.
Fuck.
Yeah,
No.
on the Mariners.
Hey, any guy that wins the home run derby in Washington and gives the most awkward post-win like interview ever. Did you guys see that shit where he's like, they're like, oh, how'd you feel about all the fans being here? He's like, yeah. Nice job. That's all he said. Like, dude, figure it out.
That's his answer for everything, probably.
Dude, he literally said, and even when he got picked up by the Phillies in his when he got picked up, he was like, yeah, you know, we're gonna he messed up and he said that we're gonna bring a championship to DC, and then sure enough, my Nationals, baby.
Oh, he spoke it into existence.
Oh, it was so great. It was so great. It was the greatest meme for like all the MLB World Series playoffs. Bogart, what's your take though, brother?
Hold on, let me put on my Giants hat then. Ha! All right. Listen, I was gonna say the same thing Justin did. Damn it. Just take the money, half the monies, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and pay off all the concession workers and you know, and then also like to the COVID efforts, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Why not?
Okay. For once, a panel divided. That's fucking good. No, it's split even. Like me, Jim, and Blake feel one way, then you guys are just. I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Can I ask a off
touch my money? Question? Don't touch my money.
I feel that.
I got an off the rails question because I was arguing with one of my cousins earlier. This is gonna be real quick. I want a quick poll. Do people?
Justin, you're on the clock.
Is it crazy that I actually pour the cereal, then the milk? My cousin was like, "No, you put the milk first."
Cereal first. Cereal.
Yes.
Your cousin's a psychopath.
He's crazy.
Yeah.
He's fucking. That's what I told him. I said, "You're fucking crazy."
Type of disorder.
Does he sleep with socks on too? Like that's the next question we gotta ask him. Do you sleep with socks on?
I think he puts his clothes on, then he jumps in the shower even. He's like, what the fuck, dude? What in the fuck is this, dude? Like, we were literally texting, like we were arguing, bro. And I was like, I'm gonna ask, I was like, I'm gonna take this to the Rum Boys. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna ask my friends. Like, fuck it.
Because then this will bring us back. We could probably agree on this, right?
Well, hold
Cereal
on. Actually, I have a really good segue for this, if you don't mind, Admiral.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you. It'll take a quick second. So earlier today, I posted on the Twitter. A poll,
the Twitter,
a poll. You know, when you go and do the number 2 or whatever, do you fold or do you crumple the toilet paper?
It depends.
No, you always fold.
Yeah, you fold it unless you're a savage.
Crumpling or crumbling, whatever you want to call it. It's disgusting because what if you crumble it and then your little finger gets somewhere?
Why would that happen?
I don't, because I'm not a crumbler.
I'm an adult.
Or maybe you got some overhang and that shit's slapping down your hand. Like you don't need
that. Who's wiping with overhang? Hold up.
Listen, that sounds like a person.
Who knows? You don't know.
That sounds like a person who pours their milk first and then the cereal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 79% of the people who, or what was it, 50 people who whatever, 79% fold. The other 21% crumple. You savages, you're sick, disgusting.
Man, I'm
Wait, what was the question?
Do you fold or do you crumple your toilet paper after you take
When
a
you
shit?
shit.
Fold.
Yeah,
exactly.
J-Love even knows. Come on.
It's just like your paper. You fold it just like money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if I was that rich, I would wipe my ass with money. How about that?
Yeah.
Nah,
I'm sorry.
I would wipe my ass with that money before I gave it back to the MLB.
Full circle.
And the show is back, ladies and gentlemen. Clock Management Fantasy Football.
Hey,
Progress YouTube channel.
He has to manage the clock.
Justin, let's be real. The main reason you said that is because you couldn't say that on your own show.
I could just have a lot of sound effects.
J Love used to watch that show until he turned 17. He was like, yes, okay.
Yeah, he's NC-17. He can finally watch Rum Boys.
Oh my gosh! Please, we're all a family. We're all in this.
I know. And matter of fact,
Ray Love used to wake up Saturday mornings, get his cereal, pour the milk in after the cereal because he's not a savage, and then watch some Clock Management because it was rated G.
I mean, I was on streams before I was 17, so.
Crumble. Oh, hold up. He said crumble, bunch of whatever. Bunch up whatever. I usually just shower. Oh my gosh, Condas. Condas is in the Masters Invitational Fantasy
He's in the 22 percentile, or what is it? What was it?
29. That's like the 1 percentile. What do you mean?
Yeah.
No,
let's get back to our sports.
Yo, he said forget the toilet paper. He said I'm gonna just hop in the shower. Ugh.
Oh my gosh.
OD.
Fellas, states such as Arizona and Florida are opening up and have started pro sports are free, and I've stated that pro sports are free to participate. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Could we see open states act as mutual locations? Maybe we could get a San Antonio 49ers.
Oh, don't you do it.
Sacrilegious.
Bogard. Go
okay,
ahead.
yes. You know what? Where's my Niner hat? Fuck, put the Niner hat back on. You know what? I hate it because this could really happen. And, like, I want football so much that, like, I would settle for that. You know what I mean?
I would settle for that.
So many people were upset that they moved from Frisco down to Santa Clara even. And I was happy because I live in Santa Clara County. I was like, word. You know what I mean? But it was like, bro, I mean, anything to get football back. Maybe not anything, but, you know, to get football back and to have people safe. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for it. You know what I mean? We are fantasy football analysts, fantasy analysts in general. You know what I mean? What are we going to spend? You know, we're going to be talking about who pours cereal and wipes their ass with fucking, you know what I mean? Like, are we going to do that forever? No. You know what I mean? So I would take it. You know what I mean? Plus, I mean, teams like, I mean, are we talking, we're going to redesignate teams or we're going to have neutral sites?
No, they just move for the season. They'll just move
No, but I mean, like, so we're not going to have, like, neutral sites, like if you're in
the West, they will. Yeah, they would
have
have
the NFC West, right? So if you're in the NFC West, are you going to play only in Arizona? Because you know what I mean? And Arizona just has like.
I mean, that's the whole thing that comes with it.
Yeah, right. You know what? I'd take it. Fuck it.
Justin, that doesn't mean anything.
No, I know. I just saw that. It's confusing to me. So you guys know what we're talking about. The Saints just signed Ty Montgomery.
Yeah, the Saints signed Ty Montgomery. Next. Ty Montgomery sucked in Baltimore. He wasn't good on the Packers.
It does affect deeper dynasty leagues, okay. I would say.
Well, I'd say too, Ty Montgomery, man. You know what I mean? I appreciate that guy because he is battling with sickle cell trait. You know what I mean? So it is just like. You know what I mean? I just, it's a wonder that he continues to play. You know what I mean?
I'll say this. You know what's bad when what you're mainly known for is a kickoff where you didn't even run it back.
And then that was the nail in the coffin for him. Remember that game? That was the game against LA. The Rams, even.
No, I'm talking about when they kicked the ball off and he stood out of bounds and then touched the ball. That's the main thing he's known for.
Oh yeah,
That's it.
Yeah, that's right. He did do that too.
That's it.
Yeah, that was against the Rams.
Out of bounds. I got it
That
at the
was
45.
against the Rams.
And it was a flag. Yeah, but back to get back on topic. But 22 teams have already been cleared to play in practice. Well, yeah, to practice as long as they follow guidelines within their state. I don't see anything changing. I think the NFL is going to come back, whether it's with. I doubt it's going to be with fans for a while, but they're at least going to have teams traveling wherever. I'm
excited now. I want a SF cowboy hat. Fuck it, let's go. You know what I mean?
You might be the fakest 49ers fan I've ever seen in my life.
I said a cowboy hat, not a Dallas Cowboy. I said like an actual cowboy hat.
Okay.
Please have that stricken from the record. That fake Niner shirt. Where's my Niner hat?
Overruled.
Oh, I'm already wearing it. I have like fucking 30 hats right here.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, 22 teams have already been cleared to practice as long as they stick with their state guidelines, and some states are already starting to open up. I mean, as a Cardinals fan, I'm very glad Arizona's gonna be able to practice.
An SF cowboy hat, bro.
They fucking need it, right?
I mean, yeah, they probably don't need as much as the Steelers do right now, considering your quarterback didn't play last year.
Hey, you cannot knock the Steelers, all right? You know,
your quarterback didn't play last year.
We battled with two guys throwing fucking medicine balls around the yard, and we won a couple ball games. That's what it comes down to, really. I'm surprised we won 8.
You guys lost a couple fights, though.
I would have all red cowboy boots, all red cowboy boots, big old SF belt buckle, like damn it looks like a championship belt. You know what I'm saying?
Hold up. Your fucking mediocre ass team.
Right.
Hold on.
Red and gold poncho.
Thank you.
I'm back.
Fucking red and gold poncho.
They came in blazing.
I'm back.
Don't never call me a fake
What if talking about somebody coming in throwing haymakers like Myles Garrett?
I'm back.
Welcome back, Admiral.
I wanna state a few things. First off, I understood the cowboy thing. You're good.
Thank you.
It's okay. All right. Second off,
fuck the Cowboys. No offense to all the Cowboy fans.
Second off, yes, the Cardinals do need to practice, especially for a lot of my.
Not as much as your Redskins.
Can you just fucking listen? Can you just listen? Especially for a lot of my bold predictions that I have to come true, and I have DeAndre Hopkins in a league, so that needs to happen for goddamn sure. And I don't mean that in a bad way, because I want the Cardinals to be successful. Your Steelers
in fantasy.
Yeah, in fantasy.
Yeah.
Well, even still, because I have some bets out there that.
Okay.
You know,
not just fantasy.
You know, I got some things. You know,
we'll see what happens.
But Blake, you guys are going to continue to be mediocrity. Okay, your quarterback is sitting back pounding 6-packs during this offseason daily.
Damn, Kyler Murray kind of earned a couple points in my book.
Like He's not pounding Busch Light. He is fucking pounding IPAs. Heavy fucking beers.
Better than this.
Look, no, it's that goddamn gut, and you know what? That gut ain't gonna protect him from injuries. Bold prediction right now: Ben Roethlisberger ranked the QB for the Steelers the whole goddamn season.
I wouldn't doubt it. He'll probably get hurt.
Well, yeah, he probably will get hurt.
Well, does anyone come back? I remember. I think the only person I can remember is Jake Locker coming off of Tommy John, and he was just trashed after he came back. He was done.
Well, I mean, supposedly Big Ben is he's on a good track. I mean. Is he going to be the quarterback he was? Probably not. I mean,
stay on topic. Let's stay on topic. We can trash each other's. We'll have a whole nother show. We're going to trash each other's teams.
I can't wait.
Oh, please let me.
I know.
Please.
You know what? We were all together on the folding the toilet paper, and then we all just.
Yeah, look how quickly we all just turned on each other.
Sorry, I know what team I'm coming at the most.
What,
you know what? I don't.
My San Antonio Niners?
I feel like it should be the Niners, but I think it's probably going to be the Redskins.
It were easy fucking money. Like I was about to say, yo, any of y'all come from the fucking Redskins, I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a fucking football analyst first, so I look at things unbiasedly, and I piss off my own Redskins fans. Redskins fans on Twitter don't like me. But anyways,
Cardinals fans don't like me either.
Look,
I'm sorry. People are here saying we're gonna go 12-4.
Everybody likes me.
That is irresponsible. 12-4.
I'm about to jump down into that middle box. Like if I can jump down into that middle box.
Hey, BWB. if they had the 7th seed last year, y'all would have been in the playoffs.
And we would have lost first round because we don't have a quarterback.
I'm just saying, though. You know what I mean? That would have been.
It would have made a difference.
Wait.
I'm just saying, it would have been notable to be like, well, we got into the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Wait.
I don't know. You're right. Let's go back to the next topic.
What does whatever the fuck? What does it look like? The topic.
You got mad distant there, Rob.
Yeah, Rob.
Yeah,
Yeah, really quiet.
Real quiet. I mean, whatever. I don't care where the games are played. I don't care what happens. Just sports back. That's all I want. Pretty basic. That's my take.
That's fair.
I love that. I'll backpack that.
May I?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
here we go.
We don't want the baseball bats coming at us. You know what I'm saying?
Well, here's the thing. We half of us agreed on the players, the Major League Baseball players not taking a pay cut or whatever, and not playing season. But because we love football so much, we don't care where it's played, whether it's at our local high school or a different city, whatever the case may be. We want football back. What's the difference here?
No.
As a fan of sport, we should all want every sport back, right?
Yes.
No, I do.
Yes. Now, does it sound greedy for the baseball players to say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm going back to this, but segueing into this here, to say, no, I want to play for my full contract at half the season and fuck the fans and fuck everything else. But yet we want football back no matter where it's being played. Are you guys following?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, pick your poison.
No, I think it's two
How
different
how can you say one thing and then mean another?
No, so this is my thing. I'm not saying that baseball players shouldn't play. I want them to play. But if the MLB is saying that they're not going to play, the MLB can't also say, give me half your paycheck because I told you you're not playing.
Listen.
So football, I want football players to play. I also want them to get paid. Like, I want the same thing for both of these sports.
Football players are going to get paid. Football players are going to get taken care of no matter what.
But I don't want my fucking Bears playing up in fucking Wisconsin anywhere. All right.
You mean Wisconsin?
And then winning a Super Bowl, which obviously is not going to happen. But
I like that reverse jinx. Was that a reverse jinx?
I mean, they're a little bit better than the Redskins, but whatever.
Oh,
I don't know. Your
Fuck
quarterback
all of you.
Hey, listen. Big Dick Nick. The Bears are winning the NFC North this year. I said this, I think, on
Jimbo,
third.
That bold take is completely dependent on the season not happening.
If your Bears were to win a Super Bowl, what do you not want?
What's that?
If your Bears win a Super Bowl, what do you not want?
What do I not want?
You said because you were in the middle of saying something. You're like, if the Bears, I don't want them playing in Wisconsin, and then
because if they win a Super Bowl in Wisconsin, what Wisconsin Bears? No, they're gonna have that asterisk by them, right?
Yeah,
they won a Super Bowl in a different fucking city, playing for a different city. Well, it's still Chicago, and we understand all this.
Yeah, we understand the corona, but there's going to be people after it. Like I said, if it were to be, fuck it, I'll this will never happen. But if it would be not anything but the Washington Redskins, like we became like the fucking Miami Redskins and won, and like there'd be people in Miami like, yeah, we finally got one. Like, and I'd be like, no, you didn't.
Yeah,
like that's
exactly.
over.
Yeah.
Like, so I feel that because
Don Shula would roll over in his grave,
bro. Like it would add so much extra shit to like the bandwagonness for like whatever fan base were to make it to the championship. Like if it's the Niners and it's like you're gonna have all these like people in San Antonio now rocking like 49ers gear.
Hey, you know what?
Where were you before?
Hey, well look, think about all the kids right now.
Bro, I'm already doing that up in Seattle.
Think about the kids that all around the United States right now that are Kansas City Chiefs fans because of Patrick Starfish. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Because of Patty Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? Like, like people that were like, that were young kids when Kobe was the joint back in the, in the early 2000s and late 90s and type of shit, right? They might not necessarily be from LA. You know what I mean? Like, it just happens like that. You know what I mean? So I guess for these organizations, that might be a plus. You know what I mean? And you might not be, but yes, I do. Yes, if they are bandwagoners, like, oh, well, we're rooting for them now because they're here. Yeah, fuck them. You know what I mean? But for
No,
the wee
I keep telling people we still got more room on our bandwagon. You can continue to hop on. It's cool. Get on the bandwagon before it gets full. So keep hopping on. I'm okay. Let's play it, a game wherever else, gain some other fan bases. Bring the love. And then when they come back to the 49ers, you can continue, or to San Francisco, you continue to be a San Francisco 49er fan. So
I mean, like, it's so crazy still. Like, even just thinking about how it's called. I digress.
That was great.
Dude, I can't wait till we see the Miami Redskins versus the San Antonio 49ers in the NFC Championship.
God damn it.
That'll be the crazy world we live in.
Look, let's get into the next topic.
And can someone do a quick check? Like who has anyway, I'm just reading something. The House passes a $3 trillion coronavirus stimulus plan.
Yeah, that's
that happened.
Yeah.
Wow. Fucking stimulus.
So there you go.
Give me money.
Baseball players. What the fuck? You're getting money for free. Go play baseball.
They have to be exempt.
Right?
They got to be exempt from this. Somehow they got to be exempt from this.
I don't know.
No, it's probably. I'm pretty sure they are. I think it's for small businesses.
Teas are a lot. Teas are
employ
bees,
under
man.
a certain amount of employees.
Let's get into the next topic here. The NBA, well, Jordan Love kind of spoiled this earlier. The NBA is hopeful 22 of its 30 teams will be able to return to practice facilities by Monday. Is this a sign of at least playoffs returning? And if so, what is that going to look like? Is it going to be like an NCAA-style tournament, one and done? Or are they just going to – the teams that are in are going to compete the way that it is? We start with Justin.
I don't care what it looks like, how it looks. Just get it, make it happen. Get me some live sports. I'm happy UFC set the precedence. I'm glad to get some sports. I think you okay there, Robbie?
No, he's doing his thing.
Oh, we know what Robbie's doing. Robbie's doing great.
He's green
He's doing great.
Hold on, he's green screening. You know what I'm saying?
I
emphasize the green part. You know what I mean?
But no, I'm happy to get sports back. I was just worried about you, man. But
he's green screening.
Like, let's get some sports going. I'm just happy to have it. I don't care what it looks like. I just want it'll set the precedent. I mean, I'm all about my football, so it's going to help get football on track and ready to go. And so let's just kick it off. Let it go and see what it does look like.
God bless Dana White. He's showing the world, like, listen, we're just going to fight our way back with sports. We're going to fight our way back into this thing.
We're going to beat the brakes off of Corona.
Yes, he's just leading the charge.
Fucking up each other first.
Yes.
Jimmo.
Listen, if it's safe, man, fucking do it. I mean, what else can I say? Bring everything back if we're able to fucking do it. And that's all I got in that take.
With that said, sanitizer break.
Sanitizer break. I'm going to go have a smoke break, and I'll be watching from outside. Thank you, guys. You guys look great, and, hey, I'm glad to see everybody, is happy, healthy, safe, and all that other good stuff.
Even when Robbie, he says nice things, it's frightening.
I want to talk to the person who made this shirt because it's incorrect.
Yeah, I know.
I got.
It was me. I know. I fucked up. Okay, I fucked up. All right.
Mine
too.
Exchange,
please.
Yes, I got you.
Mine too.
Oh, yours got fucked up too.
It was my fault.
Look at this shit.
It was my fault.
What did you do wrong? I'm curious.
I didn't put the transparent graphic in the document. I sent the not transparent document that has the back. Well, that has the background.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's why you told me to send a transparent joint. Oh, okay. I was like, what is that? Like, I was like, I'm being fully transparent. It's like, give me money. I was like, give me money.
It can't be any more transparent than give me money.
Oh my
All right, I'm gonna step off here for a few seconds, gentlemen. But thank you again for having me on. I'll be back momentarily.
Jim was gonna go baseball.
Tallahassee. Tallahassee would probably be the only location, other the location for my skins I'd be okay with, just due to the fact that like Battle of Bristol. By the way, fuck the Cavaliers, fuck the Volunteers. All Virginia Tech all day. But yeah, you know, or Tallahassee, Florida. He's talking about. Okay, I thought he was talking about Tennessee for a second.
Tallahassee.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty good name too.
I read. Yeah. Let's continue it. You know what? NBA's opening up. What does it look like?
They can't go down there. I mean, we already saw what happened with Dunbar when he goes down to Florida.
I love how he just ties everything in. That's awesome.
Can I just say that every time I've ever been to Florida, I have fucking hated it. Like, I love the weather, I love the women, but once you start talking to people, oh no, there's just too much trouble. There's just too much trouble.
I remember when I was in Miami, I was in a club and I realized I had all this money on me. I realized how cheap I am. I was like, you know, I ain't throwing none of this money at these hoes.
You were in a...
I mean, allegedly, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Liv.
Shout out to Liv, yeah.
Shout out to Diamonds. You know what I'm saying? KOD.
KOD.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, hold on. Shout out to DC one time. Shout out to Stadium.
Shout out to DC.
Shout out to Stadium.
It goes down. It goes up even.
I can't wait till
J-Love down, up, down, up, down.
J-Love, when you are 18, brother, I am going to take you. I'm gonna take a trip exclusively to DC.
First time, J-Love.
Oh, bro,
he's the purest one out of all of us. He's the perpetual light shines upon him. Don't you do that?
They weren't saying you're pure.
Read that comment.
The purest
Read that comment. Did you fold your dollars or crumble them in the club in Miami?
Bro, I folded them up, put them right back in my pocket. I was like,
hell no, bro. You gotta throw water. Wait, you don't even fold them. You just they gotta be straight.
It's got to be a pretty nasty place too. If you're crumpling them, you're like crumpling them and like
they're just shooting hoops.
You crumple them so they don't know what it is, what kind of denomination it is. Like, yes, we're throwing ones, balled up ones.
Monopoly money.
The fact that Blake hasn't commented on the subject makes me wonder about Wisconsin strip clubs.
What, dude? I've had some interesting run-ins at strip clubs. I ain't gonna lie. I tend to stray off that path if it comes up in topics. I've had some interesting stuff happen. We're gonna have to keep it off of YouTube.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'll share with you sometime, Robbie.
Hey, bro, your boss might take you out there. He's like, yo, let's go, bro.
Bro.
Hope he does. He's a fucking beauty, dude. He's a gem.
Nice.
Hey, what? Pause.
No, but Steve, that's all a part of like upping your boss. That's upping your boss. You know what I mean? Like,
what are we asking?
Well, he said the way he's talking about you're a beauty. It's like, whoa.
No, that's just I don't know.
I mean, we haven't
even we haven't preferenced if his boss is a female or male. You know
his boss is J-Love.
Whoa.
Wait. When did J-Love fucking become CEO?
I thought his actual
I thought that's
boss
what we were talking about. I thought he was writing articles. I'm sorry.
Blake has a podcast.
Like his actual boss was in the comments.
I've actually watched your podcast. I feel like a retard.
Justin, how are you second in line here and you doing this?
He's PG.
Well, I got the pirate hat on.
Justin, take a shot.
Justin, take a shot.
Look, I'm gonna go ahead. I feel like everyone's kind of expressed how they feel. Sports, fucking return. We just need you to return.
I mean, we haven't, but.
J-Love,
go ahead.
J-Love, tell me how you feel, young man.
I'm just saying we all haven't, but you straight.
Tell me how you feel.
I mean, we're all gonna agree. I mean, we just want sports back. That's how it is.
Blake?
Yeah, no, I just want sports back. I agree.
Bogart?
I already went earlier. I think I cut someone off.
That's how we thought it was over.
That's how this all happened. It's because of you.
Damn it, I'm still upset that there's people out there that poured a cereal second. What the fuck?
That's your cousin, bro.
God,
yeah, you're right. You know what?
Hey,
you know what?
that's your family, literally.
It really is. And he's older than me too. Like,
no matter how the NBA returns, Adam Silver, it's your fucking job to figure out the playoff format. Just bring it back. Let LeBron get another one. Go Lakers.
LeBron.
That's how I'm feeling.
hey, how mad is LeBron that they're one of the 22 teams that haven't been allowed to practice yet because he's in LA?
Going to. We can do this again if you want to. He's not going to.
Okay, so
who the fuck asked you?
The Clippers
You decided to bring it up. You decided to bring it up.
I'm being hopeful for my team, and yo, this LA over here, bro. What are you talking about?
My Dubs are coming back next year.
In LA team will win.
We gonna win. Period. It don't matter where we are. Yo, fucking fly us out to Disney, out in Orlando. Put a fucking IPA, Simpsons, buy a dome over it, and we gonna go out there. We gonna smash.
Hey, Robbie, you're a Lakers fan?
Yeah, I'm a Lakers fan.
Yeah, he's a Lakers fan. He's a huge Lakers fan.
Why wouldn't you be a Wizards fan?
When I started watching basketball, we were living in LA. LA's my second home.
I'm a Lakers fan because I got abandoned by my team.
Oh yeah. Well,
the
Oklahoma,
Sonics,
maybe. I don't know. I mean,
whoa.
I didn't know you were one of those, Robbie.
Jim, are you a Bulls fan?
Die hard.
Of course he is.
We will agree there.
Jimmo even preferenced one time that he gave up on basketball and when MJ was done. He was like,
I did because it's all like gangbangers and people I used to sell drugs to and all this stuff. They're in the NBA now. I'm sitting here talking to you guys, you know. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I love you guys.
Me and Jimmo are the best.
Robbie?
Power 5 conference schools looking to push for a return to athletics. June 1st, head coach Lincoln Riley states that they only have one shot and one shot only to do this to get it back up and running. He says that it feels like it could be a little bit soon, but they're looking to get back to practicing June 1st. I think we all agree. I don't have a shot.
Blake, have you done a shot yet?
Let me get a beer. I drink all my liquor.
You know what? Fuck it.
I gotta work in the morning.
Blake.
BWB.
Blake, when the icon wants
His
to
boss is
shot with
watching
you,
that
okay?
now. Is
Wait,
his boss
you
still
can't-
in the comments? BW. Is your boss still in the comments?
I don't
Blake,
know.
I'm also your boss.
That's very true.
And
I've never pulled that card until now. I've never pulled that card until now.
You know,
shit.
it's a sign of respect here, Blake. You know, this is the first time we're on the show
Blake,
together.
I'm going to give you
You're
time.
new?
I'm going to give you time to go get a shot.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab it. I'll be right back.
You can even do half of it. Just yeah.
We're
Oh,
gonna
I'll
let
do the
we're gonna
full
let
fucking
we're gonna
guy.
let Jordan Love vent about Lincoln Riley thinking that college football shouldn't return to practice June 1st, even though it's hot as fuck in Oklahoma in June 1st.
Yeah, I mean they should. They should come back now. I mean, the big thing when it comes to college football is it all runs on a schedule. It's what happens. You play in the fall, you have the college football playoffs, then players go to the combine. If you don't play in the fall, you're messing up your whole recruiting process. You're messing up for the next 3 to 4 years with the next players coming into your program, and it sets you back immensely. Football has to happen now, and if you want to delay practicing, fine. Your players won't be in shape, and you won't play well, and you'll get hurt. That's what's going to happen. You won't win. If you are a Power 5 team, you need to start going now. You need to get ahead of the curve because these lackluster schools won't be back, and you will. And you're just going to continue your dominance because Power 5 schools get all these top recruits and you're going to be good with all these top level athletes. And now it's up to you to do the work. Do it.
Who's your favorite college team there?
I don't have a college team.
Okay.
I don't.
There he is. Yes. All right. Okay. All
There
right.
you go. I think that suffices, right?
I mean, we were supposed to do a cheers and then take a shot, but that's okay. All right, cheers. Thank you. We'll have to do it again.
Back.
Okay. Well, Blake, you can.
He's sitting there looking
All
like,
right.
man, this is going to hurt me in the morning.
Yeah. That's okay. That's okay.
All right,
Hi,
we
Robbie.
doing this?
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah." All right, cheers to me. Oh, wait, where's
hold on,
Bogart?
hold
Where's
on,
Bogart?
Okay,
missing
so
one.
there he is.
There he is.
Robbie, you missed it. Blake already did too.
Yeah, he did some pretty big ones.
Why? Why didn't he wait?
I don't know. Then I did did one, and I'll do another one. Here we go.
We said take a shot with us, not take 3.
Well, I had no more vodka, and I had to go tell my girl. The Admiral told me I need some of your vodka.
Yo, I just sold some of my wife's white rum. I was like, I don't like this shit. I hate fucking white rum, so this is about to fucking suck. I drink that brown shit. All right, fellas, ready? Cheers to me.
Cheers to you.
All the rum boys and girls, what it do? Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
Should we talk about some sports that are actually going to fucking happen?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. We're on the precipice. Oh, shit.
Are you talking about cornhole?
You mean like cornholio?
Yo, all right. Really quick story.
Bust it.
So last week, I'm just chilling. Like I'm getting set up for I don't even remember what I covered last week Saturday. I just be covering shit every day.
It was the record-breaking Rum Boys viewership.
Yeah, the UFC. Yeah, I was covering UFC. And I'm getting ready to fucking, just get all locked in and everything. And like an hour or two before, Justin's like, "Yo, are you seeing this shit?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He mentions us in the group chat. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "This motherfucker has Crocs on with an American flag bandana." I'm like, "Who the fuck are you talking about, bro?" He's like, "Cornhole is."
Oh, that's what he was talking about.
Yeah, you go to was it FS Fox Sports 1? It was labeled UFC.
Yeah.
And you click on it, and then there's motherfuckers playing cornhole.
So me and Justin are sitting back, texting each other back and forth, like. Not only
I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, we both watched the whole thing. We're like commentating and fucking and roasting these motherfuckers in text back and forth. It was god.
Hey, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I have some Crocs, but they look like regular shoes. They're kind of fly, actually.
Don't
his
ever,
were camo. His were camo colored.
Don't ever say
that's the worst.
Hey,
kind
bro.
of Croc right there.
I wear with socks though. I wear socks with Crocs though, because everybody knows if you ever wore Crocs, you have to know that you have to wear Crocs to know they suck. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you, Crocs, they feel phenomenal. Like, especially if you might have, threw some in the tank. Feels like you're walking on the moon. You know what I mean?
I've never worn Crocs.
I've never worn Crocs,
Bogart,
pops, or anything like that.
Bogart, don't ever admit that shit again.
Listen,
in real life.
I'm always gonna speak my truth.
What color are your Crocs, Bogart?
My Crocs, they're legit all red and white on the bottom. They're fly as shit.
As they should be.
Yeah, you feel me?
Let's get into the next topic. So recently, we did
they look like shoes though.
This motherfucker.
They look like Vans. They look like fucking Vans.
This is what I'm afraid of when Bogart comes on my show next week.
Stop talking.
Crocs, give me money.
Hey, stop defending your fucking Crocs.
Money.
Stop defending your Crocs. Shit. Yo, UFC Fight Night Jacksonville 1 main event had some fireworks.
Oh, yeah.
But the main event between Anthony Smith and Glover Teixeira resulted in Smith being absolutely mauled for 5 rounds straight, like nonstop. The fight should have been stopped.
Bleeding from the ear, even.
Yep, bleeding from the ear. Fucking eye, it's completely just swollen shut. Everything for Anthony Smith. The fight wasn't stopped. Is Dana Smith desperate for views at this point?
Dana White.
Or Dana fucking White.
We knew what he was saying.
Yeah, I just want to make sure everyone out there knew.
Hey. No, go ahead.
Is Dana White desperate for views right now?
Love the enthusiasm.
I think we're starting with Bogart this time.
Yes. Okay. Listen. Yes. Of course he was, because he probably has all kind of baseball homies that are like, man, you better get that bag. They're taking away half our shit. And everyone was tuning in. You know what I mean? It didn't matter how many motherfuckers were streaming it off Reddit. You know what I mean? People were still buying this card. You feel me? And they would look, the referee would look over at Dana. He'd be like, let it keep going. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, his eye was shut. And then, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, before the fights, they even watched Rocky. Just cut it. Cut it. Cut it, Mickey. Cut the eyelids out. Fuck it. Let it keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? You never know. This might have been the last one. And then we got yesterday. So then it's like, so maybe it was unnecessary. Or that was yesterday.
Or Wednesday. Wednesday.
Yeah, so it was yesterday. So maybe, maybe he was worried that he wouldn't get tomorrow even. You know what I mean? And he was just like, listen, we're going to go out with a bloody bang. You know what I mean? But maybe I'm just like, I've been in quarantine so long, huh? I'm like, kill him. You know what I mean? But yes, I think he was desperate.
Okay.
To a degree. Desperate to appease the fans.
Yeah.
I was on stream calling the fight, and I'm just begging. I was like, "Stop it, just please!"
Because you're a human being, man.
I've also been there, done that. So I'm like just sitting there. I'm like, yo, I would not want this. I'd be looking at my corner like, are y'all motherfuckers gonna do something? like I can't keep taking this. Jordan Love.
I mean, it's supply and demand. They have what fans want. They're going to give it to them. It's going to make them more money. The longer this goes on, the more streams. He did lose teeth. It's as simple as that.
Brand new gold teeth for that man.
I mean, it's as simple as that. It's supply and demand. They have what fans want. They're going to give it to them. Dana White, I wouldn't even say he's desperate. He's literally just giving people what they want, and it's going to give him a bag. That's what he's doing.
Are you essentially saying that we want blood?
We were all bloodthirsty in quarantine, or was that just me?
Sports.
Yeah, we want sports. I mean, and if that involves somebody getting their teeth knocked out and bleeding from the ear, then yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Sure. Look at J-Love. J-Love's growing up right before our eyes.
Yeah, because J-Love was like, when he first started working with us, he's like, so yeah, I don't really watch UFC. And then now he's like, yeah, give me blood.
Yeah, bleeding out his ear. Yeah, that's
blood,
what I'm here for.
Money.
Turn into a little fucking vampire.
I mean, that's what the fighters signed up for. You in there to fight. Take it.
Sorry.
When it gets stopped, it gets stopped. You got a bad call. Sorry.
But sorry. Though, he did still have fight in him when he was trying to sink the guillotine in, remember? You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, he was kind of ragdolled though.
That was weird. So, ladies and gentlemen, J-Love's UFC debut coming soon.
Nah.
Blake, your take.
Yeah, so I always try to equivalent everything or push everything back to kind of the steroids era in baseball, right? Why did viewership go up? Because there was fucking dingers being hit. Right, it's the same thing. So why do people tune into UFC? Because they want to see someone get their ass beat. Exactly, and that's what it all reverts back to. I think the steroids era is a precedent for what people want to see, and I think you will see that kind of flow into the business side of sports more and more. And I think that's all it is. I don't think he's desperate for views. I think he's just he's going to retain a new audience for the fact that it's the only sport on, and if people are tuning in, seeing, someone get their ass beat, they're going to be like, fuck yeah, I'm going to tune back in. Like, that's what it all reverts back to, I think.
Okay. See, I love this comment from Rumboy's Fitness. We were expecting zombies this quarantine. Instead, we got live action Mortal Kombat. One of the things that I want to add to Blake's take is, Blake, all that I heard was bring steroids back to baseball.
Oh.
Like,
100%. I think they need
Shout out to Barry Bonds.
Oh my gosh, Jimbo.
Sammy Sosa.
I think
Jose just snitching on everybody.
That's Sosa McGuire. That's Sosa McGuire 30 for 30 coming soon. I can't wait.
Oh shit.
Dude, I wrote like when I was in college, I wrote an entire paper in sport and rec management. I wrote an entire fucking paper on why steroids were good for baseball. And I'm a baseball player. I played baseball in college. I played semi-professionally. And I wrote an entire paper on why.
Tested like a motherfucker after that.
Yeah, I was about to say,
there was
tons. Did you get tested?
There was. I should have been. No, I'm just kidding. There was a ton of purists that came at me, and I think steroids are good for baseball.
You know what? I think doesn't steroids give you like an acute vision too? Like it gives you like, everything is sharp.
I know it makes your dick small.
Wait,
And
how
you
do you
get
know
titties.
that?
And you get titties.
Hey, Jose
But you
Canseco
you hit fucking moonshots, so
Pause.
who cares? But like,
Hey,
Yo.
you make a bag.
Hey,
You
the
get paid.
boobs on fucking Jose Canseco, man.
Hey, Tekashi 6ix9ine is gonna wear a Jose Canseco jersey in the next fucking video.
He might be.
Jose
Jimmo, your
Canseco's
take.
Yeah.
Canseco,
So listen,
everybody.
listen. We're watching sport. We're watching a fight. What sells? Blood. That's what we're watching. That's what we want to see is blood. Someone getting their ass kicked. I think Dana White may be taking a page out of Vince McMahon's book now, because at one point Vince McMahon stopped showing blood on his live
But he stayed
TV
on
events.
roids. He definitely stayed on roids though.
Thank you.
Bogard, wait.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just saying. I'm
So
over here.
he's all of a sudden, you're watching the WWE programming on live television on whatever days they're on, and you see blood. Nobody in the fucking stands, but you're seeing blood because blood sells, right?
Yeah.
Do I think that Dana White is thirsty or whatever? No, man. He's a smart businessman. He
In the
knows
business,
what
they
he's
call it
doing.
color. In the fight business, they call it color, right?
What's
Blood.
the over-under of Bogard saying, do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Take the over, bro.
What is the over-under on that?
30.
Go on monkeyknifefight.com,
30
right?
per stream.
Take the over on
I think it's a little higher.
Promo code RUMBOYS.
promo code RUMBOYS. You know what
We
I'm
got we got what? Maybe
The
about a
prop
good 45
for
minutes
Brokey.
left. I'm gonna go.
We got a topic left after
Oh.
this, after Justin, and then we have one
So
more
we
topic.
got like 2
No,
hours
five.
then.
I'm gonna go 15.
Yeah. Go ahead. Take your time. Do what you gotta do, man. Chill,
Justin, you're up.
Yeah, so Dana Caesar White, he was sitting on the right on the side of the cage, just the ref's looking over at him, and he's like, just finish him. He's like, let's just watch this happen.
He's like this.
Modern day, gladiators, and I love it. This is why I watch UFC. I want this. I expect it. His corner had every ability to throw the towel in. They didn't want it to stop. So, I mean, you can't blame the ref. He wasn't unconscious. He was still attempting to defend himself. He was really bad at it, but he was attempting to. And that's all the rules require. So he was just taking a beating. And that's what I love about that sport. So good for you, Dana. Get your money. Bring sports back. I think Dana, in a lot of things, I don't respect. I don't like the way he does a lot of things, but he is a great businessman and a genius, and I respect that. So he's killing it.
2024, Dana White and Mark Cuban run against each other.
Ooh. Hey,
The
you know what?
debate will be
Dana
in a
White-
cage.
Oh my gosh.
Dana White got CTE.
Who would you vote for in that one?
Whoever wins
I'm
the
not-
fight.
No.
Probably
They got
Cuban.
to
I'll
play.
say
They got
Cuban,
to
yeah.
play a game of 1-on-1, and then they got to hop in an octagon, and
Yep.
then that'll decide.
So it's like one of those triathlons. That you got then they got to swim after. You know
No,
what I mean?
if it's a tie, they settle it in with cornhole, but they got to wear Crocs.
Crocs, give me money.
I love it. This was great. We have the last and final topic of tonight's show. Once again, we thank everyone for joining us tonight. Subscribe if you have not already. Spike that like if you have not already. If you have not already, then what the fuck are you doing here?
Spying on us.
Fake rum boys.
You said it. You said it.
The fake rum report.
Pulling a Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
Ah!
Let me find out who that is, and
Listen,
they will
listen,
feel the.
I'm
yeah.
gonna save their lives, Gemma. Don't find out. 'Cause don't send the icon their way.
Yeah, the Icon Mafia is on the case actually as we speak. We're gonna find out sooner.
He knows a guy. He knows a guy.
I do
who
know
knows
a
a guy. You know what I'm saying?
Knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a
We're
Forget
guy.
running
about
some
it.
IP addresses.
Forget
so
about it.
it-
Oh,
Yeah.
Overeem versus Harris should be an absolute brawl for UFC Jacksonville Fight Night 2 tomorrow night. Catch us live here. God damn it, I did not mean that. Bad production right there. We'll be live here on the Run Boys Fantasy Network, on Sportscaster, on YouTube. I don't know if we're going to be on Periscope. It depends if anyone's trying to join me call that fight. If not, I'll be calling that motherfucker by myself.
Hey, you do it well, though, man. You do it well.
I know. I'm pretty fucking good.
It's pretty lit. I ain't gonna lie.
Thank you.
I legit put the fight on mute, and I just listen to you. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. But with that being said, first off, the backstory is absolutely beautiful to this fight. If you guys have not checked it out, it has all the makings to be something that honestly could have been a pay-per-view event if these two fighters were just ranked a little bit higher. But UFC Fight Night Jacksonville 2, the two fighters between Overeem and Harris both combined have 36 KOs/TKOs. Who are you fellas thinking and why? This segment here powered to you guys by monkeyknifefight.com. Remember, promo code RUNBOYS. We will match you with your very first deposit up to $50. And who do we start with? Justin.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm super excited to log on to monkeyknifefight.com, use promo code RUNBOYS with the Z,
all caps,
and bet on the ring. I can't bet against him. I am super concerned for his lip. It cannot take much more. His last fight, it exploded. I'm worried that if it takes another big hit, he won't have an upper lip anymore. So I think he is the better fighter of the two. He's a beast of a man. Like he's. I think this is UFC's way of testing whether he's still in that top echelon or one level removed. So I think he's going to win this fight because I still think he's up there in this top echelon. He's just not the best at that weight class.
He definitely is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's just an icon living. He's just an icon. Hold on, wait. Redo. Bring it back. Y'all got to do that with me. 3, 2, 1. He's just an icon living. He's just an icon living.
Don't ever do that again. That sounded like a bunch of monks.
Like we were
praying to you, Jimmo. That's what that was.
Yeah.
Well, we don't want you at our doorstep now.
Just an icon living.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
What in the Waco, Texas was that?
We were too concerned with trying to stay together on it, and the hype died.
Yeah. It was
It's like,
a lot of baritone voices
worthy.
going around there. All right. Anyway, so I don't really watch the UFC too much, but I read a little bit about this stuff. So this Harris guy, right? He's kind of had a troubled life, right?
Yeah,
true.
Yeah. So I watched this thing and I did a little research on him today. And again, I'm not a big UFC guy. That's a sad fucking story, being a parent.
Yeah, man.
With what he went through, with his daughter and everything. I mean, and seeing that guy in the courtroom, and giving that look back to the family that he did, I would have jumped over and fucking killed that son of a bitch, I mean, I respect the guy for not doing that, but
they also didn't hire you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
They didn't give you the contract. You know what I mean? I don't want to joke about that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
no.
I'm a father of daughters.
But listen, I'm rooting for Harris, man. I love, not that I love the story. It's a story. It's a feel-good story. If he wins it, I mean, kudos to him for coming back to the sport and overcoming what a father never should ever
have to deal with ever. Period.
Exactly. Just, I mean, kudos to him and applause to him for even just stepping back into the octagon and the whole thing. So, hey, cheers to him. I'm rooting for him. When's that fight?
Tomorrow night.
All right. Who wants a bet?
I got you.
I'll take Harris.
Yeah, I got the ream.
Okay. I'll also take the Bears winning the division. J-Lo.
Yeah, double or nothing on that one.
Yeah. Cases of Capri Sun. Bogard, that's a Q.
Capri Sun, give me money.
Thank you. Love you, buddy.
Hey, I like it. I love seeing bets happen on live. We're gonna remember that.
Yeah, we'll discuss off air what our bet is, Justin.
Yep.
It's interesting.
Yeah, because he's going for the ovaries, right? I mean, Overeem.
Yes, and I'm on the clock.
I'm always going for the ovaries.
Yes. See what I did there?
And next up, we do have Blitz with Blake representing his podcast. Blake, drop your take. New Rum Boy signee.
I mean, unfortunately, there's not much I have to say. I agree a lot with Justin. I don't have much else to say. Loved his take, and that shows quality. I am pretty much 97% agreed with you.
Not much there to that one. He's like, you know what?
Yeah.
Hey, he really does blitz, right? He just blitzes it. Bam.
Blitzes, tries to get in, tries to split the middle.
You know what I'm saying?
We're here.
Okay, well.
Let's see.
I'm kind of split here. I think Overeem is the better fighter. But with this story, I just think there's going to be a second gear that's just going to get hit. And you have to this man has to take his frustration and anger out on somebody. With this being his first fight back, I could see him just snapping in a way.
Yeah. But that could be detrimental too.
I mean, it could be because you're fighting radically and not with much thinking. I think I'm going to go Harris though. I just think that with this being his first fight back, he's gonna get his revenge in a sense, and Overeem is just gonna be the victim of that.
Well, as a father with daughters, right? And I remember, God forbid this ever happens to any one of us or anyone in the world. You know what I mean? That because I really think no parent should ever have to bury their children. That's just terrible as fuck. I want to preface that. And like Ovaries, as I'm calling him, Overeem, whatever you want to say. He is the better fighter on paper and like legitimately, right? But Dana White, he does have that kind of Vince McMahon-ism in him where he could see something in a fighter. And remember, because look at early on in Harris's career, his fight career at least, didn't he go like 1-5 or something like that, or 1-4? Normally they would like get rid of a fighter like that. You know what I mean? And then, he started to show more promise and started to get some dubs under his belt. And then unfortunately, the tragedy struck. You know what I'm saying? So now he's back. You know what I'm saying? And like, I feel sorry for Overeem because Overeem, that's his name, right? I keep fucking his name.
Overeem.
Yeah, I'm not even doing that to be funny. His name Overeem, yes. And he's a beast, but like he might see that Ibrahim, that son of a bitch that, you know what I'm saying, that fucking took his daughter away from them. You know what I mean? He might see him. And like that intangible factor, like J Love said, for lack of a better term in my sense, he said the second gear, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And like just destroy this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And like, I'm just gonna I'm going for the hopeful story, you know what I'm saying? I'm going for because no matter what he does, it's not gonna bring her back. But he is definitely fighting in her honor.
He is, exactly, yeah.
He's definitely fighting in her honor, and that's where my hat lays in that fight. I'm going with him.
I think something that's interesting too to kind of think about is that whenever Dana White puts fights up, it's granted there's a few fights that end up in Conor McGregor fucking cowboy-esque kind of fights, but at the same time, like he thinks about these fights. Like he is, at the end of the day, like we've been saying it a few times tonight, like he is a businessman. He thinks of what fights are going to draw people in, and I would say probably at least 7 times out of 10, he puts a good fight together for people to view.
It's a pretty good ratio. It's a pretty good ratio.
So I wouldn't, it's one of those things where it might be Overeem on paper, but it's tough to say because the way Dana puts fights together, I think.
Let's go, Harris, baby. Fuck that shit. Beat the shit out of Ibrahim. He needs to die. Kill him. Overeem. Well, because you know what I did there.
No, I know exactly what you did there. I thought it was honestly pretty fucking clever. So all right. So here's gonna be my take and my pick. So on and so forth. So first off, I'm gonna first be humane about it before I get into the statistics and the analytics and into the props side of everything.
Yeah.
Let me just go ahead. I'm gonna make sure I get that pulled up here for you guys on the MKF though.
And we actually got serious right here, huh? That's because we are serious analysts. As much as we all fuck around and joke, or at least on my behalf, you know what I mean? It really got a real serious tone real quick. You know what I'm saying? This is some serious shit right here.
This is because I mean, especially whenever we bring in the backstory. I mean, we bring in the fact that both of these guys are big heavyweight championship contenders. I mean, this is going to be a 5-round bout of mixed martial arts action in the UFC on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network.
Hey,
called by your boy. You already know. So first off, I do want to state that I am pulling for Harris in this bout. With these two both having the KO record that they both have, this is not going to go to distance. So we can automatically, from a fantasy standpoint, when we're looking at our DFS, and right now I'm only breaking down this fight. Tomorrow before the fights, I'll be on an hour before, and I'll be breaking down the whole rest of the cards from prelims and everything else. But in terms of Walt Harris and Alistair Overeem, when we're looking at that 160.5 and that 143.5 in terms of UFC fantasy, we know that this isn't going to go long. 36 combined TKOs between the two. Overeem, coming in at 6'4" to Harris at 6'5", just an inch taller, 253 to 264. The reach advantage does go to Overeem. Harris, 77 inches in reach, but he's a southpaw fighter. We know those southpaw fighters, they pack a lot of fucking power. They pack a heavy punch. Where Overeem is the orthodox fighter. Significant strike advantages do go to Overeem. I mean, what he has fought a lot of more top-notch competition that those stats can kind of go in his favor. I feel like that's something that's a little bit one-sided with this significant strike advantage and a significant strike accuracy. Takedown advantage does go to Overeem. Takedown accuracy does go to Overeem. But I am willing to take any and all action on the underdog here. Like Bogard stated, and like Jimmo stated, for a man to go through that, and for you to have to step into a cage knowing that the person that you're facing has nothing to lose because they've already lost the most important thing to them, has got to be the scariest fucking thing that I guarantee that Overeem's probably not sleeping right now. We're doing this podcast. Overeem's probably not sleeping. And I don't even think that Overeem is probably working out. I think Overeem is probably mentally trying to prepare himself for what he has to do in order to face a man that has gone through that. I think the stats that I stated.
I actually think he might be the calm before the storm right now.
Exactly. Yeah, he's Overeem has to be sitting back and he has to be being relaxed and he has to be being calm because there's going to be there's going to be a storm coming his way. And that's Harris. I think Harris is, like you said, in the calm before the storm, sitting back, relaxed, chill. He's just ready, praying, talking. So with that being said, that is my pick. In terms of fantasy, like I said, that 163 to that 143 is what it is set at right now. Overall Monkey Knife fight. Or the 143 is Overeem.
Okay.
And Harris is the 160.5. I would bet the under, or I'm sorry, we don't bet. I would place my daily fantasy prop on the under. In terms of the more or less, I'd take that less on both fighters. And just to give you guys how UFC fantasy breaks down, here's the scoring system. It is +1 point for a strike, +2 for a significant strike, +10 points for a takedown, +15 for a knockdown, +20 points for a submission attempt, +25 for a win.
This is going to be really interesting.
It is definitely going to be interesting.
From a DFS standpoint, for DFS standpoint, especially. I mean, because you know what, too, is like I almost want to take the under just because of like these guys are knockout artists, and like,
that's why you take the under.
Yeah, and like I mean, just that intangible factor of Harris just seeing someone else on the other side of him that really isn't who he's seeing. You know what I mean? Like
Harris 13-2 in his KOs. He is 0-1 whenever he has to be submitted. In terms of Overeem, Overeem is 23-14 in TKOs, 17-1 when he has to take someone to the ground and submit them. He is 45-18 in his total win-loss record. No contest.
Hey, one more again. What's Harris's ground game looking like?
Harris pretty much essentially does not have a ground game. So I believe. So
that might be his plan of attack as far as Overeem then.
All of Harris's last 7 wins have been underneath about a minute and 30 seconds. Minute 40.
It's good. All things considered, that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Because looking at it from a DFS standpoint, you really have to take your bias out of it. You know what I mean?
This is true.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so J Love just hopped off right when we're about to wrap.
Well, everybody, be sure to go ahead and sign up with monkeyknifefight.com and utilize promo code RUMBOYS with a Z, all capitals. That's once again promo code RUMBOYS with a Z, so you can get in on this action. We're talking about this one fight, but there's a whole card. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, it makes it way more fun, and it's really easy to do.
This is true.
Yeah, this is facts.
Hey, so easy that one of the guys from Hot Take Cold Turkey, the podcast that's up under me.
Yeah, shout out.
He literally texted me. He said, "Hey, how do I do this shit?" Text me back 5 seconds later. He said, "Never mind, figured it out." It's that easy.
Hey, shout out to Hot Take Cold Turkey, man. I actually just started following them.
Hell yeah. We gonna get everybody working, get everybody
big old
acquainted.
Extended family right now. I love it.
But let's go ahead. So we gotta go ahead and go around the horn. So first off, J Love did he just dropped out. I want to make sure that everyone checks out J Love on runboys.com. You follow him at runboysjlove on Twitter as well. Make sure you guys follow Clock Management Fantasy Football at Management Clock and at Clock Management on Twitter and Instagram. And also check him out on YouTube, Clock Management Fantasy Football. With that being said, Jimmo, tell people where they can find you.
Well, first off, thank you again for having me on. A pleasure, sir, every time. So respect. And gentlemen, Blake, good to have you on board. Bogard, my man.
Love you, Jimmo. You know I love you, man.
You can find me at Jimmo the Icon. Go to the website, jimmotheicon.com. Everywhere else, it's just Jimmo the Icon. Type it in, you'll find it. I actually have, I think, literally 2 more shirts left. One's going to J Love. The other one could be a collector's item, so I'm going to keep that.
Sign that joint too.
So now I'm gonna do a reorder, but I'm gonna get like a rainbow colored one.
Okay. Is that going back to the whole Tekashi thing?
Hey,
it is.
Hey,
Click me with the stiffy.
There you go.
Yeah. Yo, for some reason, Jimmo loves Tekashi, and I don't know why.
No. He's really just trying to get close to Tekashi because he has the contract. He has the contract.
We'll talk about it on my show, Robbie, and why I like the guy, because I don't want to take up too much of your time, because it's a completely different topic. But thank you again, sir. Much respect. Thank you, as always.
Hey, of course, make sure you guys check out Jimmo the Icon on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, literally motherfucking everywhere. So just Google your shit, okay?
And check us out Tuesday night You know what I'm saying? Live.
That's right. Yeah, Bogart's going to be on Tuesday night. And I'm sorry, Robbie, for kind of taking your show hostage here. But
it's y'all's time.
Hey, YouTube from me,
right?
okay? All right.
Hey, he's about to show my YouTube's door. Hey, but listen, Gemma, remember even when we did our show? Yeah. When we did our show, I told you when you're like, "Yo,
I know."
And I was like, as long as it's a cover.
I've told you.
As long as it's a cover, it's fine.
I do know, but I pushed the fucking envelope,
I know,
and I thought that I'm a blip on fucking YouTube. Why the fuck?
Listen, they did it to me.
But because the labels care, bro.
Yeah.
The labels care.
That's really true.
I knew 90% of these people that we played on there, so it's that 10% that I didn't know that I'm going to find out who it was that fucking ratted me out.
Hey, Gemma knows everyone for real.
And I'm sorry, real quick. We got to stay on this live. Cut the live, but after. Stay on, because I found out something that I was unaware of.
Yes, we're going to have a vent session. We're going to have a vent session.
It's pissing me off, man.
We're going to have a true vent session. Yes.
Well, I'll crack another beer in that.
Of course.
There you go.
You mean a Kool-Aid?
I was unaware.
Your boss might be listening. Yes, Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
Yes.
Blake, tell the people where they can find you. What do you have coming up next? All that good stuff. Promo.
Absolutely. So you guys can find me on Twitter by searching @BlitzWit. It's got to be WIT. Twitter wouldn't let me fucking add the H. It's too long. So BlitzWit Blake. Everywhere else you can find me. Yeah. Everywhere else you can find me just by searching Blitz with Blake, whether it's fucking TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, wherever. Pretty soon we're going to be getting some YouTube shit going. We got a lot going on. You can also find my affiliate podcast, a couple of guys I signed, Eric and Andrew. Hot Take Cold Turkey, HTCT podcast. Good shit. Other than that,
shit, big up.
God, motherfuckers, signing motherfuckers.
Yeah, we're just a trickling down, Admiral.
Robbie, appreciate you adding me to the Rum Boys fan, man. Cannot thank you enough. Thank you for bringing me on tonight once again.
I'm not another episode anymore.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I'm saying? We're the 2020 draft class, B. You know what I'm saying?
And I will take a 4th round pick all day.
Hey, but you know what though? Listen, Gemmo told me I'm the 1st round pick, and I said, well, you guys are definitely the value picks. You know what I'm saying? You guys are definitely the value picks that return all the value. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to knock myself.
Let me just be the Dennis Rodman. Okay.
Okay.
Keep me there. I'll get the rebounds for you, sir.
Hey.
Yeah.
But
Gemmo's definitely rebounding all the ladies.
Sun's out, guns out, baby. Sun's out, guns out, baby. Bogart.
Check me out. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on Twitter and IG at the GMM Network. If you want to fuck with my music, check me out also on IG. Bogart Scott Free World. Just Google me if you want to hear more music. I'm also on Spotify, etc. Subscribe to me on YouTube, also the GMM Network. And man, we just got nothing but love to give, man. You know what I'm saying? Just all love, bro. Fucking, you would swear that I'm on psychedelics.
Sounded like the end of
love.
What the Macarena? You shimmy and then you put your hands up.
You know what I'm saying?
Ladies and gentlemen,
there it is. That was like number 27 for him.
You know what I'm saying? You know what else? You know what else there is? You're talking about. You know what I mean? That's the other one.
I'm talking about.
Yeah. Talking about.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I do greatly appreciate all of you guys that have tuned in, kept it real with us. Everyone that's been A1 since day one, I greatly appreciate all those people first. So shout out to all the vets that have been watching us. Anyone that's new and that's coming on board, I greatly appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe, spike that like, leave a comment when this is done. Also, with that, share the stream, share our content share our like Instagram and Twitter accounts like with other people, there may be someone that that needs a laugh, that loves sports and needs a laugh. There may be someone that that they ain't got shit to do on a fucking Friday night or a Saturday night or whatever, and the fuck they want to crack open a beer and just chill. They need some content because everything on fucking TV is played out. So tell them to come on, head over here, Rump Boys Fantasy Network. Literally, Google us at this fucking point. We are everywhere. We are on Spotify. We are on Apple. We are on Google Podcasts, fucking Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you name it. I am accessible as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You need me. I got you. Whatever the fuck it is. Fantasy advice, play-by-play, player interviews. What the fuck haven't I done? I've done so much that we got other people. We got other people on Instagram. They hate us because they ain't us, copying us, trying to be us,
trying to claim the fame.
Wait. I got a side note.
Okay.
Go ahead, Bogart. No, go ahead, Bogart.
I was gonna say, when those people, we ain't even gonna say no names because we ain't no Tekashi 6ix9ines over here, right? But guess what? What happened when they tried to claim the fame? We were my man Robbie over here, the Admiral himself, was not only breaking goddamn records as far as viewership when it comes to the UFC coverage on Saturday, but that landed us our brand spanking new sponsor. And we just want to remind y'all one more time to go ahead on monkeyknifefight.com and make sure you punch in that promo code RUMBOYS, all caps, RUMBOYS with a Z, and get in on this action manana. You know what I'm saying? In Australia, all our Australian RUMBOYS and girls, it's already today. Go sign up. The fights is gonna happen. Let's go.
Wait, you got anything else? You said you had anything else?
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. So when I got in the whole podcast kind of realm game, if you will, RUMBOYS is one of the first people I checked out. I fuck with RUMBOYS from the get-go. I fuck with everyone here. Gemmo, Bogart, I fuck with everyone here. Go check everyone out. For real, though, I got tired of the ESPN watered-down bullshit takes.
Exactly.
And this is real shit from real people that know shit. So check everyone out, man, for real.
I won a championship thanks to Robbie.
2 of them. back to back.
Going for a three-peat here.
Hey, with that said, y'all know what the fuck the vibe is. Yo, play my motherfucking intro music and get me the fuck off of work. I love y'all. Peace. Mwah. Let's go.
Hey.
Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All of our boys and girls, what it do?
What it do?
Dilly.